Nothing kind of out of the ordinary or anything like that. But I'm actually pretty excited to see what Sub Rosa is going to bring to the table with Sky.
Yeah, show us the move, Sub Rosa. Let's see it. We've seen some crazy clips. I know you sent me one the other day of some mental Euro plays that he was doing, but with Sky, not really the default pick for Sub Rosa. I'm kind of shocked, to be honest. I'm pretty shocked.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised too, but I mean, I guess we're going to have to wait and see what they have in store for us. So as you can see, TSM going to be starting on that defender side, of course, and then Rated will be on the attack. I'm very curious to see how things will go, because like we said,
I'm out of stuff.
it is TSM actually did ban Haven, and then Rated actually did ban Icebox. So a little bit of suspense building.
Definitely suspense building and getting the maps that they're confident on, and that's something to remember. If you're playing Vrelo from T3 to T1, it doesn't matter at all. You've got to be in that comfort zone and find what works for you. If that's the spot on the map or the map itself, and right now it's looking like TSM are going to be starting things off here, as we mentioned, on the defense against Rated here for the VCT 2021, getting it all kicked off here. And thank you for joining us. Off we go. Wardell taking some one-tap action mid, not getting any blood drawn, but he's letting know he's aggressive.
And yeah, even Sub Rosa going to be holding it down with a Frenzy, just holding it onto tree. Close by is Wardell. Can be the one that's going to be holding that combat. And now you can see Rated, they are going to be pushing out very closely. So a little bit of a pinch that they're looking for here at the A site. Hayes going to be holding it on top of A tower. And now the execution going to be commenced. So it's going to be Sword to actually win the first frag. So that's going to be the first blood. And now it goes in favor for the attackers. Already pushing into the site, but the spike, it's still slowly advancing. It hasn't fully made its way through, and now they're finally pushing on in. But this is a bit of an issue because TSM, they're getting pushed back a little bit here, Kappa.
This is devastating for TSM. For a TSM pick as well, they chose the defense, and it looks like Rated, they're choosing the pace of the game so far. There goes another one as well. There goes Hayes, so it's 5 versus 2 here. Jet and Sova against the world, and Wardell, you better be hitting those one-taps, pal.
Yeah, it's all just down to Wardell and also Cutler, but Wardell not going to be able to make anything happen. Cutler finally gets the reply back with the Frenzy. Now going to go again, but it will be Kolbs to take him down, and that's going to be the triple. And actually, the pistol going for Rated Gaming, and quite convincingly, actually. 4 members surviving that. Pretty strong way to start things off.
That was a wicked execute, considering there was some intel from Jet Wardell at mid. He got the vision, they got the rotate super early, but somehow, some way, Rated Game was util. Just sick stuff there with the omen smokes, and what a start. They couldn't have wished for anything better. Rated 10 out of 10 here for Rated Gaming. So far, so good.
Here, claw through them.
So will TSM going to be purchasing up. They're actually going to put a little bit of money on the board. Going to have some stingers. Going to see what they can make work of. Drone going to be close by in market as well. Is Wardell going to be close also? So now Rated Gaming, they are going to be pushing through this. So now putting a little bit more pressure. Cutler still going to hold it down. The spike still advancing itself, but that's going to be Drone that's able to find 2, taking down more, making it a 3rd, and all of a sudden it's just completely collapsed, and that's going to be TSM to respond back in good fashion.
Chaos, absolute chaos of Boathouse and in the mud there. The players caught in the mud, and they will perish and stay where they are. 1-1's the score, and if you're, for both sides, it's an odd start. False up for that second round there, TSM taking it. But with that in mind, guys, they did win the round, but a lot of casualties in the process.
Yeah, a lot of casualties, but I mean, that was a risky buy that we saw before. TSM, they wanted to go for a bit of the force, see if they can bring it back, and that's exactly what they did. And it was very well. I mean, now Rated, you can see the money. It's not good. They're going to have to save this. And now Sub Rosa going to be playing a little bit aggressive, but Sword's going to be able to take him down with a one-tap. Just demolishes him. And that now opens up the opportunity for A main to be controlled from the attackers, but they don't need to push this yet. As you can see, the Brimstone smoke going to be blocking off their vision.
And just use their util so well. That's the enemy tag. Side note here. Full rated already if you wonder how
Enemy kill.
And there against Thor with 2 one-taps starting things off the Frenzy. Cause an absolute frenzy in A site as well. Bro, he's got to be absolutely on point. It's all down to Cutler here. 3 versus 1.
Now that things are interesting, Cutler going to land that shock dart, going to be taking down the Phoenix. Now making this to a 1-on-2 situation. Both players close together. The Jet surviving low in the HP. Cutler, an opportunity to pull this thing back. Gonna be throwing that, and actually gonna get the spam, and that's a good way to make it look even better. And now things are getting even more interesting. A one-on-one, but Cutler gonna get spotted by the recon dart. Town just gonna be posted up, spamming away. So Cutler, he fully knows now, so he's gonna push on through, and Cutler wins the clutch. Oh my God, a 1-on-3 situation goes in favor. TSM survive.
3K to the fuse, the icing on the cake, and 2-1 to score. Considering what was happening there, the TSM bench, I'm sure they're roaring and super excited to get that one in the bag. But talking of Saw though, seeing the aim, the util use with minimal buys from Rated, they're a scary opponent to be messing with. I think TSM probably shaking their boots a bit, lads.
Yeah, shaking a little bit. I mean, even now, TSM, they've been getting tested a lot so far early on in the game. But now, the biggest test of all, the full gun round that's going to be commenced. Vandals, Phantoms, whatever you need. Wardell still going to hold it down with the Spectre. Going to play a little bit more aggressive. That dart actually just missing him from the camera. And even now, you can see Rated. They are playing a lot more passive than we've seen before. Just holding middle. Going to play this very slow and methodical. They don't want to push anything aggressive yet. They know the force that they're going against.
They know what they're messing with, and I believe Rated done that homework. There's Sky just flashing out, and that's Sub Rosa, you spoke of it. That's what you do with his U2, lads. He's playing everyone on cap.
Oh, that's going to be Sky's Wolf that's going to be used, but not going to be able to land on it anybody, so Mikado is going to take him down, actually spots the shoulder. That is going to be Sabrosa, throws the curveball, trying to get in. The Paranoia comes in, another flash. Oh, the counter flash as well, and that's good timing because Sabrosa has been able to make them survive, and he's just going to creep on through. Another flash comes in, fully blinding him. He's trying to find somebody, but that door, it's going to close, and Drone, he's just going to absolutely mow them down and take them all to himself, leaving it now a 1-on-4 situation for Kolbs. Phantom in hand, still has his ultimate. A little bit of utility left, but Kappa, this is a big task.
Clean up on A-holds.
30 seconds
Still going
left.
to be on Kolb's here. 1 versus 4, and we haven't seen one individual player put in this situation where they're outnumbered, outgunned, and quite frankly, 20 seconds, potentially worth that save, lads. I don't really see any worlds in which a lockdown TSM with the gates up and the gloves on. I don't see any way
10
of beating them
seconds
right
left.
now. Not for this one.
Yeah, at this point right now for Kolbs, like you can see, he's the only one with the rifle obviously being survived, and the money is not a good situation for them right now. So a good call, of course. A 1-on-4 versus TSM. I mean, that's in the position that he was in is just not favorable. But right now, his teammates could try to work around this rifle if they want, go a little bit lighter on the purchase and see, and that's exactly what we're going to see. We can already see Mikado is going to go for the Vandal buy. And now we're just going to wait and see if the other teammates will try to match it with what they can. And then that's exactly what we see. So definitely the right call in this moment.
Right call. See a couple of stingers being put on the potential menu. Not sure if they're going to full send out or just trade out for the Vandals. Either way, yeah, one player just opting in. You go first. You go for that pick. If you get fragged, I'll snag that Vandal. And that's good team comms at its finest, making it work here. And so far, I'd say it's so good here for Rated. You're against TSM. It's not just any team at all, and they've really given them a good run for their money in the early stages of Challenger 1 of VCT 2021.
Joke's
That's what
over.
you're watching right now. Going on for the rest of the week here. And starting things off Wardell. He's potentially going for the rest of the week too. Getting things started here, getting that entry frag, and it's straight to 4 versus 5.
Yeah, this is a huge play from Wardell. He could find the right timing. He might be able to get this flank. But you can already see now it's starting to be a little bit of an issue. But Sabrosa actually does get the spike carrier down. Wardell actually makes that connection finally. Takes down the Phoenix. He's able to get in the back, but it's going to be Xenos to take him down. But Drone to reply back. And now 4-1 TSM. Wardell had the completely right read. And he got the spike carrier and Sabrosa as well.
Look at that scoreboard there. Let's have a little peek, if we could, lads, when you get a moment. Phoenix, top of the scoreboard, 9 in 3. The reason I mentioned that, Phoenix is their top agent of the entire team. That speaks a lot to Drone. No, he's not always the Phoenix, but as you're seeing, pretty damn impactful on the map of Ascent, and pretty damn impactful in the hands of Drone. So if he can keep that up, I think he's going to be that influential, that big character, that big feature to separate the two teams right now.
Yeah, we've definitely seen before that Drone is kind of that big player, especially with Phoenix, like we were saying, like no better combination. And even Wardell's actually going to get taken down. So Mikado actually does make that connection. Kolb's able to get the trade back. Brimstone all from Hayes will be used. That's going to be activated now. Going to be able to scatter the attackers. So now, once more, they're going to be a little bit more all over the board. But Town, he's been able to creep on through quite a bit of B. He's gotten some information. He's got some real estate. And I'm not sure if he actually spotted Drone yet. He's just going to wait things out. This is a bit of a gamble because, I mean, he is the one with the weakest weapon. So he can be that first point of contact and get that information as much as possible.
I don't think he does have the awareness, but he's clearing every spot, every nook and cranny of the Cypher, and he whips the one tap. That's going to be absolutely catastrophic to this round. Back to the 3 versus 3. Back to the 3 versus 2 saw into the playing field just a little bit, but oh no, not before Xenos taken up by Drone. We spoke of him, and he's speaking up again. Off angle he's got, and this is looking awful.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, this is just Drone
30
territory.
seconds left.
He's played this picture perfect. I mean, he's been pretty much able to play this one-on-one duels, and look at that. Picks up the quad, picks it up with absolute ease. And Rated Gaming, they took that a little bit too passively. It almost looked like a lot of hesitation on the execute to take him down. It's a strong position to go against, don't get me wrong, but in that situation, you need your teammates to be pushing on through, but they just allowed a bit of a funnel, and Drone now putting himself at 13-3.
Another one. Quadra coming in there from Drone. We spoke of Drone, and he spoke right back to you and to us. Take things into his own hands. 13 frags, and we are literally about halfway through this first half. So if he keeps that momentum up, maybe a 30 bomb in the first half. What all those TSM fans came here for. The side of Rated, though, got some studying to do. Try and break down the rounds. I'm sure they'll be trying their best here. Wardell doing everything he can to make sure they don't. But quick trade out. That's happened time and time. We've had so many opportunities where Wardell, he comes in, he doesn't back up from that first frag and hyper aggro. And for some reason, it's paying off here. Rated able to double trade out and back again in a 4 versus 3. Can TSM pull their way out of this one, lads?
Oh, and this pickup from Town, that's actually a very good pickup, but Hayes will get that trade back, something they absolutely need right now. TSM in the disadvantaged situation. The player count by -1 for them, so 2 on 3 now. Both players going to be very close by. Drone going to be able to pick up an easy frag, takes down Soar. So now the last 2 remaining players are going to be towards main, and they've gotten that information. But the smoke from Brimstone going to be blocking this off once more. Still plenty of time left on the clock. Ultimate going to be used from the Omen, so now the spike will get planted towards A, but Drone, he's going to be the closest one, using the run it back. If he picks up this frag, this could be all over here for the attackers. Teleport going to come in. Going to try to just tap the spike, see what he can make work of, but the run it back will fall through. So now just down to Drone by himself. A 1-on-2, he's able to spray for the 1. He doesn't know, but he's aware, Kappa. He's aware that one player could potentially be in B main.
That's the lineup. This could be special. It's not going to be special enough. They're only got 20 damage, and that's not going to be enough.
Oh no!
This is devastating.
Oh.
Rated. That was such a good Rated play, and again, Drone 4K followed up by a 3K. That was Rated round, surely.
Oh man, and he just missed the shock dart. You could see the first one. It didn't do enough damage, but that second one, it did so much impact. It took him all the way down to 5. If he would have landed that first one just a little bit better, that could have just completely changed that round entirely for Rated. But it will be the spike defuse that will keep things going here. TSM with a miraculous lead, only losing the pistol, and really it's just been smooth sailing for them.
It's TSM Team Drone right now. I don't know if any other players are needed for this affair. At least so he's saying in his team comms. Yeah, again, Drone just supporting mid as well, and that's what I've started to notice here. I've noticed the
Get out of my way!
Drone. He's omnipresent holding mid, and Mikado,
I know exactly where
Wardell's
you
aggression,
are.
getting that entry once more. We're in that 5 versus 4.
Oh, and that actually will make the connection, so Sabrosa does get some good information now. So Rated Gaming going to be pushing on through. They're going to be able to get into the market, but Drone going to be taking down 1. Can he get the second? Yes, he will, but he's going to get taken down immediately by Town. And all of a sudden now 2 remaining players here will be Colbs and also Xenos, the last 2. Ultimate going to be activated from Sky, but not going to be able to land. And now all just down to Xenos. Going to be spotted by the Recon Bolt. That's not what you want to be in. And that's going to be Cutler to put the nail to the coffin. 7-1, Kappa.
7-1, and there's nothing but to expect more of this to come with the way TSM are playing here. Rated Gaming, giving their all and a really rocking start. Every round, I'd say almost every round, they've got the trade back off that entry attempt from TSM. they can't seem to follow through. And to be fair to Rated, it's that pace, that momentum of TSM, Lies. It's so fast. It's even as a caster, it's hard to keep up. I can't imagine as a player in the server right now. Crazy, man. Crazy.
A little bit of a change now. Wardell going to be putting this operator to work. He's actually going to be pushing on through B main. And there's only going to be one player that's relatively close by. So this is going to be an A exec that comes through from the attackers. Town going to be able to hold it back. Just going to be with the Sheriff. He doesn't have much to offer, and it will not be delivered at all. And all of a sudden now, Rated Gaming, they've lost their lurk. They've lost their sentinel. And then they're stuck in A main. They're completely trapped.
It's a ghost town in mid, and all that territory is going to be owned by TSM. Talk that Skyflash coming out in Mikado. He's blind in Wine Cellar. Absolutely blind, and man, Sky's abilities are being put to use so well from Sub Rosa.
The charge is
To
left.
see how to use it, Liza. He's given his lessons here.
Come on, let's go.
No doubt about it. And even now, Sub Rosa
Hawk out.
finds the one player that's just lurking in A main. So now you can even see Rated Gaming a little bit puzzled, a little bit unsure of what to do. And now TSM, they're feeling it. They're just going to be able to pick up these frags.
Player standing.
It's all just down to one player remaining. Xenos
I have
by
the
himself
spike.
one more time. He's got the spike. No ultimate that he can use. But he's got 4 members of TSM to go against. And right now, TSM, they've been looking absolutely sharp so far. But he's going to go for the duel. He wins that first one. Takes down Sabrosa. 13 seconds remaining. Dark cover. Going to block the doorway. Gonna have
10
enough time to
seconds left.
close it. He's actually going to run on through, going to go for the fake plant, but he has to stick this now. He's actually getting completely spammed through the wall, but not going to matter. The spike planted in time. Spams on through, does a little bit of damage, finds the one frag, takes down Drone, but Wardell takes him even back with the operator. And now we keep on going here, Kappa.
This is going to be a fight, tooth and nail, to the death here for Rated. They're not going to go out without punching and flailing, and we've yet to see their defensive side as well. This first half of map number 1 of this potential best of 3 hit. Big things expected for Rated in that second half. Even if they could scrape together one more round here, lads, this would be somewhat of doable territory. We just need to see at least to that 2 rounds. Otherwise, that defensive side, I'm nervous for them on TSM's aggression. They've got Phoenix, they've got Jet. They need to get a few more in the bank here to make it a good affair for them on that defense.
We need to definitely see something different from Rated. I mean, right now, like, it almost looks like a little bit of hesitation. They always seem to find these first openings that work out well, but then all of a sudden it just kind of collapses. And even right now, they get this first pick. So now they're going to be able to run into this site right away. Wardell actually going to use the updraft and has the Blade Storm to this party. Going to try again to see the 2-trick pony. It will only be the 1 at this moment. Now even Wardell again going to try to creep on through. He's hungry. He wants more frags, and he's going to be able to deliver another one. And that's a spicy meal because that operator has just not missed yet.
The Cypher Trap as well doesn't care about the sound cues. He doesn't give
One
any
enemy
cares in
remaining.
the world here. 2 players at Generator. Make that just the 1.
No more to oppose.
Over and done. TSM's double peaks overpowering Rated Gaming there, hiding at that Generator, doing their best to keep him at bay, and 9-1 is the score. Off of those picks, let's talk about it, lads, because it's an obvious fact. You've seen it on the kill feed there. Every time we start this round, I'd say at least 8 times out of 10, there's going to be that entry from Rated. Do they need to push harder? Do they need to rotate off of that? What would be the answer, lads? I'm having problems trying to crack the nut here, and that goes to show you the level of IGL-worthy craftsmanship we have on the side of TSM. Super hard to outplay them.
Yeah, it just really looks like TSM really just have the number at this moment. And now you can even see the confidence is actually building up even more and more. 9-1, they're feeling it. They can be a little bit more risky. You can even see Hayes getting a little bit more adventurous. He's going to take that frag, but it's going to be costly. Takes him down to 13, but that's a good start because now the attackers, once again, going to be at the disadvantaged situation. Sabrosa able to reply back with another.
Healing over
Going to
here.
be able to use the regrowth, which is the heal, but it doesn't actually heal Sky for anybody that isn't aware. So it does heal the teammates, which now puts back Hayes at full HP. But Sabrosa still going to be only at 10.
Very selfless ability, that one. Any Rays, any Jet players out there? Maybe Phoenix, not for you. If you like the team, all about one team, one dream, that's the ticket. And of the one team, one dream, Town trying to lead the charge here. Had a Sheriff and been forced on some dodgy ecos respawn, or respawn I should say. Rated have been.
No, not again, but
Drone.
Drone. He's able to find two, a little bit of a peekaboo.
30 seconds left.
And now it's going to be a lonely town because it's just down to him. Can one be the loneliest number? Because right now, Rated, they need that to work. He's got a triple so far, so this is going to be for the ace clutch, but Hayes going to be able to take him down. Operator retrieve back. One of the closest rounds we've seen in quite a few from Rated.
Last round before the
But
switch.
we are going to be pushing into the last round of that first half.
I was going to say that is the largest scale we have seen of an individual potential for the clutch town. Putting in the top figures there for Rated. He's a top rated player. Needs some help from those duelists though, and I'm sure you know that. You played your game of Valorant. Duelists, where you're at? Help me out on that last
find
round
the
here.
weak point and break it.
It's a must win. If that second half's not going to look glum, quite frankly.
And now it actually does look like it could be potentially just a full-on push into the B site. Drone going to be having another ultimate ready to go. Brimstone ult. That's going to be now activated. So Drone going to push on through. Hunter's Fury going to be used as well. Drone still pushing on through with the run it back. It dissipates. So he's able to get a little bit of intel, but he's not able to make any work of it. And now Sub Rosa going to get a bit more adventurous, but that adventure will come to an end. Drone still trying to make work of everything, and all of a sudden he will get caught, and all of a sudden back down to a clutch situation, a one-on-one. This is to advance themselves to another round to put themselves at 10-2, or this could put TSM already further in the double digits.
And you say it's just one round, and just one round what you talk about is doubling up here for Rated. So if they're able to get this, that is a glimmer of hope. That's like the four-leaf clover
Spike planted. Take flight.
for them. Now Drone checking things out here. Doing their best, Rated, to keep themselves in the game here. Wardell, Sheriff, Operator had his trademark, really. Is he going to be expecting this? No, he's not. No, he's not. And that massive flank there from Wardell. He's been going heaven almost the entire half. But for that retake, calculated plays. It's 11-1, end of the first half.
Yeah, this is definitely kind of reminding me of our matchmaking game last night.
With
Switching
me at the bottom
sides.
and you trying to carry, or what's
You know, just the big loss, but either way. But I mean, right now, Rated, going to be able to switch things over. They can start on that defensive side, see if they can pull something. But I mean, Pistol is absolutely going to be critical at this moment for them. We can see one light armor going to be purchased for Xenos, a couple ghosts. Bit of a standard buy, actually just having Xenos with the only player that's going to have the utility and also the armor with the classic. And TSM, do they just go for a full blitz into A? They only need 2 more rounds to take map number 1, whereas right now for Rated, it's a long road.
it's the longest road. You're playing TSM. Underdogs, by far, had a great start to this game, and things have just not gone their way. Can this be it? Is the defense side going to be enough? First round imperative here. Pistol rounds, if you're a believer, you need them. It's a must-win for Rated if they've any chance of denying. Match point being taken here by TSM. The spike is going to go down.
Spike planted.
Jet
Camera
Phoenix
taken out.
rampaging on in there, and these re-entries, Town, he's got a line of frag.
Yeah, Town's still trying to push on through, and he's actually able to finally make it work, but he's only going to be able to take down 1. So the last 3 remaining players from TSM, they're going to be hiding right underneath a tower. So a bit of a buddy system that they will have, but Wardell's going to be able to find him, and now some retaliation back.
Player standing.
Kako not able to find him, and now
One
down to the
enemy
one-on-one once more. Cold sprays on through, but it's going to be Drone. Pick up the triple, and now putting themselves at match point for map number 1.
Drone lost
Match
track
point.
of how many 3Ks he's got this game, lads. I think if anyone in the chat, they've got to let us know, but he's popping off. He's almost at that 30 bar. I think he's at 26 frags now, if I'm not mistaken. 23 at the end of the first half there. There he is. That literally is you from Haven yesterday, sweating and making it happen for the team. And let's see if they can convert this one here. 12-1, and not too far to go if you're on the side of TSM, but if you're on the side of Rated, much to be said about how this first game's gone, and most likely is looking to move forward to map 2. You've got a light buy here. It's not going to be ideal. Frags start trickling in.
Yeah, this is just kind of falling apart now. I mean, it's down to a 4-on-3 situation. Finally, Xenos does make a little bit of a reply back. Kolb's just going to be creeping on through. He knows one of the players will be close. That will be Hazed. Just going to be inside a boathouse, so he will just be waiting it. He isn't going to be able to not make that frag, though, but Wardell going to be able to reply back. Gets the trade, so now
One enemy remaining.
all just down to one. Soar, Bucky in hand. A 1-on-3 to keep it alive for map number 1.
Spike planted.
There, start things off the best it can be in this kind of situation with Bucky not able
Attackers
to cut the
win.
mustard. And map number 1 of the Challenger, round number 1 here for VCT 2021, goes the way of TSM.
Yeah, very dominant performance from TSM. Not too surprised at all. 13-1. I mean, Drone dropping 28-8 with a 514 combat score. I mean, look at that. Absolutely ridiculous. Look at the difference between that. I mean, the next closest person was Wardell with 12-8. I mean, what a fantastic game that we saw from Drone.
And by no means did anyone on the TSM side have a bad game. No one was playing bully. It was just Drone. He's an overachiever. He's making it happen there, and in a super convincing fashion. So if there was any doubt that TSM are going to have a good 2021, I think they might have been squashed in that. But still, time will tell. Plenty more games up for grabs here in this potential best of 3. Just having a look. I think next in the menu, it's going to be Bind. Is it not, Laz?
Yeah, so it is going to be Bind, and Rated will be starting on that defensive side. So we are just going to take a very short break, let the players get a few minutes to get everything ready for map number 2. We will just go on a commercial break, but we will be back shortly. Don't go away. All right, everybody, welcome back. We're here for the Valorant Challengers tour, of course, on the You're Welcome stream with your hosts, Laz and Cup of Frag, and already getting things started. These guys don't want to mess around. We are switching things over to Bind.
No, man, get their Nikes on, running super fast as Jet perhaps, and we see 2 Jets jump into the server there. Obviously, we can safely assume one's going to be Wardell, and saw joining by name and by nature the likes of Wardell with Jets. I'm liking we're seeing some Raze action. Raze, my favorite agent. Not used enough at the high tier level of play though, so I'd be really interested to see how that gets put to work against TSM.
Yeah, definitely interesting. Pretty much similar agent selection that we're seeing from Rated Gaming. We do have the Brimstone, of course, and actually a Raze now in the server, and a little bit of a change up as Hayes is going to be switching as an Omen. And of course, Drone, you know, he's just going to be same old Phoenix.
Ain't broke, don't fix it. Almost got a 30 bomb last game. I believe he was just under it from the stats of what we saw there. Was he not? Was he just under a 30?
Yeah, I think it was like 28 something. Yeah, 28 and 6 or something like that. But either way, just absolute destruction.
Gross. Nasty. Especially for a map number 1. Starting things off in a stylish fashion like that. Using the duelist to its maximum potential. Ideal. And for this one, Rated Gaming are going to need to step up to the plate. This is a potential best of 3. Everything to fight for here. Not just the one and done scenario. I know a lot of players I've heard a bit upset in those scenarios, and I have been as a player too. These players though, they get a second hit at the bat here.
So now will be TSM. They're going to be on that attacking side, so going to be pushing towards short. All of them going to be grouped up together, so the execution now commenced. Going to be pushing on through. It's going to be Mikako not able to make anything work, so the Raze immediately falls down, losing a duelist already on, and not even Sobroza able to find another frag also. So they've been able to succeed in getting in the site, but Town, he's going to be stuck just inside a bath, but he might not be able to peek this as the Molotov comes on through. You can already see they're anticipating for him to be there, and Drone reads him like a book, and now just 2 remaining players here, Kappa.
Hanging out an elbow. And big issues there, and coming through heaven is Xenos. Brimstone looking down at the situation.
Last
Overlord right now. Over and out they will go. 4 players survive for the attackers. TSM stacking pistol rounds and moving forward, keeping that confidence from that first map. Just saw the tweet as well. I believe it was from Hayes saying, "We always lose pistol round. It's just the way we go. It's the way we do things." And for this one, turning things around, picking up that pistol, and are we going to see things continue in that vigor and fashion? Or are we going to see Rated come back for that second round? They have surprised us so far. Had some crazy plays we've seen, just haven't been able to finish their dinner, goes the phrase. I'm hoping they can chow on down on this one.
So yeah, this is a bit of the gimme round, so we can see TSM going to be forced up, of course, with that win of the pistol, and even now a little bit of money being spent, not really at all, from the defending side. So this is a bit of a meat grind around. Wardell going to be able to find that first exchange in Town. Trying to get a little bit of intel, but not going to be able to work out, and you can even see now they're trying to find something as well, but Wardell just putting the Marshall to absolute work, already finds the 2. So theoretically, this should be a pretty easy round, convincing for TSM. This is just kind of seeing if we can get Rated to find a frag or 2, just burn that economy a little bit, but at this point, they're just pushing on through. This is already looking like a bit of a mob.
But economy, and let's be real, build up that confidence as well. We need to get that mental game, some mental fortitude to build up. Nothing so far, little dink action from Cole to finish out the round, but 5 players surviving for TSM. I think they've got their engines revved up from Ascent and map number 1.
So now we have ourselves the biggest tail of the tape. Going to be the gun round. Soar going to be able to have the operator in his hand. And of course, what better combination than with a jet and an op? But we need to see this. This has to be the bit. You know, this is a lot of pressure. This is the hot seat for Soar. He needs to find this. So he's glass cannon. So essentially, no armor, doesn't have any money for the utility at all. So this is a very big risk, and really banking on the fact that he can find these frags and take this round. But even now, he's going to be all the way on the other side of the map, all on the other side of the action. As you can already see, TSM grouped up, ready to go. And that's going to be able to find one, but Drone Gets the tray back, and now the curveball going to come through, and Drone able to get a free reward with a new rifle and picks up another frag Kappa.
Brings it to the 3 versus 3 here, and off they go. They're going for the rotate. Cutler go around. Coles, can he catch one on Hookah? This was the essential for the round.
Yeah, Kolb's is close by, and even Sora now makes first frag, makes the first connection. And now going to be leaving it to 2. So this is a bit of a bonus round. We were saying this before. This is where TSM, they didn't have to spend a lot of money on anything at all. So both Cutler and Sabrosa, if they can take down any more members, this is going to be a very big success for them. And even Cutler, he actually makes it work. He finds the shock dart. Last 2, making it to a 2-and-2 situation. Both players going to be on the opposite sides of each other. One going to be on elbow, one towards B main.
Scanning ahead.
And you can see both players are lit.
Each have a player that's got lots of HP.
Last player
doesn't.
standing.
Sabrosa chiming in. Kolb's taking out the HP as well. Oh, versus High. Sova. Spike. Available there.
Oh, he's not even biting at all. I can't believe this. He didn't even fall for it at all. Sabrosa, he actually peeks very late. There should be enough time for Globes to get this defuse. It's gonna be close. 0.27 seconds of a defuse. Holy moly.
Hold on to that gaming chair, folks. Hold on to that gaming chair. Another round here for Rated, getting themselves back into this game. You spoke of that glass cannon, lads. It doesn't matter that the glass cannon didn't get any frags. It's been savored and put into that next round. That's massive for Rated. Massive.
Yeah, that's a really good round. I mean, it's a really good round that we saw from TSM because, like we said, they were on the bonus, so they still had the cheaper weapons. So now they're going to be able to bring the big guns to this fight again. Sor still going to have enough to keep that operator in his hand, but it will be a full execute pushing into the A site once more. Drone going to be able to use the run it back, so he's able to push on through, getting a lot of real estate, gets a lot of information for his teammates. And even now, you can see the split is just completely bombarding this A defense. It's deflating it completely. And they're trying to find more frags. And it's Hayes. He's trying to find another, but that's going to be the spike that falls. And all of a sudden now, it's just these 2 remaining members. Operator for Sword will be Kolbs with the Vandal.
A fine death.
Finds the head of Cutler, and that's a good way to start things off.
Spike planted.
Cracking the elbow and getting things going. 3 versus 2 here on the retake. They know they're the underdogs and doing their best to bite back with all they've got. Time's ticking though. Spikes down. Holds. Good with the util. Excellent shot there from Zor.
Oh, okay.
He's for a second.
Oh
He's going
my-
for the wall bang.
Oh, I cannot believe he lands this, and now just all of a sudden it's
enemy
completely
remaining.
changed the tape, and it's going to be Drone by himself, going to use the Blaze Wall, so going to be able to have that cover. He's isolated the position now. He's going to have the curveball ready to go. He flashes on through. Cloudburst going to be in front of him. He's creeping it, but he's able to win it. Oh, man, the skin of his teeth in the situation. But TSM, they pull it through in the clutch.
Well impressed what we're seeing with the operator there. Outrated. And I talked of, hey, it's good to see that up back in the second round. Rightly so. Yeah, it was lucky of them to get that in the first place. But seeing it get into play there, we need to see more up action. I think that's going to be the thorn in the side against TSM. Expensive it may be through the economy. With the frags you're seeing, that is the level of play that you need to put against TSM. Good work, Rated. Not grabbing the rounds, but grabbing the moral victory for sure.
Yeah, these rounds are getting a lot closer now, so Rated, they should be feeling a little bit better of how this has been progressing, because before it just looked like TSM just bullying them before on Ascent, and now these rounds are still very, very close. We're still very early on in the game, but I mean, the fact that we're coming down to those 2vx situations or 1v1 situations, this could be the glimpse of hope we need.
Wardell. Up in showers there. They've been doing this split awfully well. You highlighted that a few rounds ago. Worth the highlight if this up pick can one. Wardell taking out Town, kicking him out of Town. You're evicted. Drone chiming in for another. Immediately, it's a 5 versus 3.
So this is a good round considering for Rated. I mean, the fact that they have limited weapons, they were able to take down, I mean, a little bit of damage. I mean, nothing really at all. And all of a sudden now, I mean, it is just down to Zeno. So it's by himself. I mean, at this point, if he can pick up a frag, pick up a rifle, and run away with this, that's a big victory in itself. I mean, you're not going to pick up that round, of course, but it allows you just to get something, the small little victory, if you want to call it that.
Well, we've got the timelines, and I know we
Spike
both had
planted.
moments of being an IGL for teams and such as well. It doesn't matter what level. I think it just comes down to that mentality. The coach's corner, we like to do this. We've got the time right now as well. What do you say to a team that's playing against TSM? You're an underdog. You know you are statistically.
Smoke's down.
But why is the outplay for TSM when they're playing like this?
You know, the thing for Rated is, I mean, there's nothing really to lose for them. I mean, there's a lot more pressure, of course, with TSM being, you know, the big favorites, of course, in this situation, and more experience and variety of tournaments, things like that. So, I mean, for Rated Gaming, they just need to play their style. They just need to feel a little bit more confident, and that is a really hard thing to do, especially when you're playing, you know, a well-established team in an organization like this. So, just getting rid of those nerves and everything like that can be a very big task of its own.
That's right, and very well broke down, man. First map, hopefully they've got the jitters out. We talk of jitters, get them done, over and out. See you later in Ascent. Now we're on to Bind, and we need to see some big plays here. Wardell working that Blades of Fury Storm and trying to put the up to work as well. We've seen a lot of people's up work on Ascent, and just the couple of frags here so far. Love watching him up. Absolute master and talented. Is the Blaze Storm getting it done here? No, it's not.
But Drone, he's able to creep on through, so now he's going to be stuck in B, going to be inside the tube, so he's been able to creep on through, but he's going to have to find a frag here. But he's just going to get completely isolated and taken down. The wall spam from Soar. Able to find him, so now Town going to be holding this corner. He's actually able to find Hayes as he's just have his utility out. So Pants are completely not, or they are down for that situation, and now Town tries to find another one. He's able to find the head of Cutler, and that's going to be the spike carrier. Sabrosa finally makes the reply back, but it's all down to him. This is going to be for the ace clutch for him to pull something through. He's got 38 seconds, but it's not going to matter because that clock already going to be done. And Rated Gaming finally pick up a round, a much-needed round, 4-2.
Sabrosa bunny hopping into trouble out of U-Haul lamps there, and excellent stuff from Town. Give him the highlight there. He was the best anchor possibly at U-Haul, and he made it last and made his team survive until different players are rolling through for the cavalry on the rotation. 4-2, definitely better than last map, and I've got a good feeling here. Rated, they've got some more rounds in the tank.
Launching smoke.
Though, if that's going to be persistence on TSM going to A. They've been to A an awful lot here.
Joke's over.
Dead.
Nowhere
Split
to
happens
run.
once more. Run it back there. Starting off Wardell and Drone in unison. Pop it off. It's 2 fights immediately. 5 versus 3.
Yeah, this is already so much control of taking over this A sites, and now all of again, it's just down to 2 members on the long rotate. None of the TSM members get traded out at all, so they were just
Spike
perfect
planted.
execution comes through. Soar holding the tight angle. Kolb's able to find it, but that flash,
standing.
the guiding light from Sky does make the connection. So Soar by himself, nobody on the flank, so he could retreat from this, but instead he's going to play close by, try to find a frag if he can. Anything possible, but now you can hear one of the players, I believe that was Sabrosa, going to go through the TP. Now Wardell is also will be. Still have some members close by. Oh, you can just see Hayes. He's just creeping on through. Oh, no.
The late ninja defuse. He is going to go for the late ninja defuse. This is possible, lads. If he sticks this.
Oh, but Cutler, the nice run and spray. But now this could actually take down 2 of the members. And actually, that's a good way to burn that economy a little bit from TSM. They don't get the round. They don't get the defuse. But you got to take the small victory like we said.
Saw trying to get it halfway. You saw the idea, and if you didn't get it halfway, take the engagement and hope you've got enough time for that redefuse. Not going to pay off there. Already seeing Saw's a lot more comfortable on this map. A lot of one-taps with the Sheriff on those Shikos, the Sheriff Ecos that we like to call them from Ascent. Need that to repeat here. Full buys across the boards.
Be 5-2 right now in favor, of course, for TSM. Recon Bolt giving the location away. We do have 3 ultimates available for that defensive side, so they could try to use that, but now it will be their Jet that's going to fall. So still, they have the Hunter's Fury available if they want. They do have the Orbital Strike also. waiting things out. TSM going to actually play a very slow round, something we haven't really seen from them very much. A little bit foot on the brake right now, Kappa.
Yeah, you do see the foot on the brake. I was also going to mention some kudos going the wall towards Rated there. They're taking their time. Patience is a virtue when you're playing against a team of such high caliber. And right now, they're not feeding. Quite frankly, they're not giving any skin to be shown. And as you see right in front of us, TSM, they're stuck in a hard place here. They're going to have to make the entry. What's it going to look like?
Drone with one, drone with two, making that now is triple. Gonna get hit once from the Hunter's Fury, but always able to just be like Neo in the Matrix. He's able to get out of that situation, and now he's gonna hightail it all the way towards B, but he's gonna get caught with the connection of the operator, and Rated Gaming respond back with another round. Still have two ultimates to use as well with their with Soar and also Town. So plenty of options here for the defense.
See the eyes of Ref to get that entry frag. You've also got that Blade Storm available as well, so things looking absolutely epic compared to the last map. 3 rounds in the favor of Rated. The confidence, it has started to slowly but surely trickle down the river, and it's looking good so far. If they can keep this momentum up, this would be a good defense side. But just a little reminder, I believe this is slightly defender-sided.
No, even Hayes still gonna push on through. I mean, look at this. It's just amazing how they're able to push onto the site with not much of an issue at all. The spike actually gonna be in the back towards the spawn. So look at this. They're just going for firefights. They just want to go for the duels. They don't even care about planting that spike at this moment. Finally gets picked up from Wardell, but time is completely on their side. Whereas right now, the big guessing game for the defensive players. 5 players to find. Soar missing that opportunity, letting it slip, so he gets a second chance at this. Going to be the guiding light that's going to be used from Subroza. Doesn't make the connection. Oh, look at this. Wardell getting very aggressive, but it's not going to pan out well for him.
Playing Jet as you should. Blasting into the action there. Still are in this 4 versus 2. Make that the 3 versus 2. The spike's down though, and that's the concern. The recompult getting in the intel as well. Surely a safe daily option. It's not worth it at this point, Laz. It's not with the money where it's at.
No, definitely not worth it at this point. I mean, they had the time. They were close by. The retake, or the rotate, sorry, was close enough that they could try to make something work. And you could see Wardell, he was playing very aggressive. He was just trying to get that information. But Subroza's just right behind him. He's right on the heels. Kolb's going to be able to just hold this down. Subroza not actually going to try to go for this. Kolb's looks like, oh, he's actually goes for the peek, and he makes the connection right at the last second. So that's going to be a good way for not an op to be retrieved. And TSM, they don't have enough money to get that operator. So that's a little bit of a bright side that we're seeing. 3-6 so far here, Kappa.
Yeah, the economy trout, at least for the operator, is going to be caused there by Rated. And you'll talk about high-rated plays. That is one there. You wait out for those exits, and we said about a save, but getting those bonuses with denying an up, that's magic.
Scanning ahead.
Now we're going to see TSM switch up their game plan, change up the strategy once more. So they're going to be pushing on into B this time. We haven't seen them try to go for this a full push yet. But you can see Sword trying to get into Garden, trying to find something. It will be Cold to find 1, able to find 2, able to find 3, but he's not able to find the 4th. Hayes able to reply back finally, but Kolb's holding it down, being a big anchor, and now we're at a 2v2.
That was a turret play.
One enemy
Move a
remaining.
foot in that one, Town. Chipping in for another one as well. 2 versus 1. All on Hayes here. Can Omen be enough to get this done? Running out of abilities as well. And trying to choose the trade to fool them.
Oh, I love this play. He goes for the fake TP, so now they think he's crossed, and he's using the dark cover to his advantage. Gets the one-on-one, but he's not able to make it work. And that's a very big round from Rated Gaming. Respond back with individual performance from Kolb's. And they survive. Only 2 in the deficit right now. 2 more rounds to go in this first half. There's a possibility we could see this going to a 6-6.
We definitely could. If Cole keeps playing like that, and as we saw in those earlier round plays, his team, everyone's stepping up to the plate here. A Sova for top right against TSM. That's something to check off of your life
Satchel
achievements. I'm probably pretty hyped on that one. Still a ways to go
Satchel
though,
out.
and it doesn't matter about round to round here. It's about must win.
Oh, how does that not make the connection? It doesn't even do any damage. It
I've
barely
got your
connects.
trail.
Oh, the showstopper just does
There they
not land. You thought it was going to work. The blast packs, he had the boost, but he's just not able to make it work.
Old race territory, not new race, unfortunately. Little bit damage inflicted. Town, saying this is my town, denying one player on the entry, and that's going to be droned. So, oh, excuse me, that is not going to be droned at all. Look at the other Phoenix.
Now we see the defensive players. I mean, they're going to be shifting their plans. So, still an equalized situation, 4-4. So they can play the 2-2 if they want. That's exactly what they're going to do. Dark cover. The execute comes through now. Going to be able to just creep on. It will be. Senos just holding a very tight angle with the Bulldog. Could win this first frag. He's not going to be able to. Drone gets the better of him. A little bit of a reply back
30
now from
seconds
Town.
left.
Going to be down to 32 HP. That Spike still in washroom, but now finally just going to hold it down. Finally get the burst to come through. Cutler able to just squeak on through. Hunter's Fury will be used from Cold. Makes a little bit of commotion. He's able to pick up that frag now. And it's all just down to Drone on the
10
1-on-2.
seconds left.
1-on-2. Barely enough time to get the spike down. He has to full send this. 4 seconds. He's still going to go for the fake. Absolute mental today. And not able to get the frag as well. So excellent use of Hunter's Fury. Let's give that the highlight. It's not always about going for the frag.
Last
Frag
round in
was
the half.
capitalized regardless, but it was about the delay there, lads. The delay put Drone in such a sticky situation. He wasn't able to get himself out of it. Excellent stuff there from Rated.
Yeah, and you can even see Sora actually uses the updraft just to fake that he's going to try to go for the push for the force plant, and that just made Drone have to get right off that plant because he thought that he was going to get, killed. So that was a good way to bait the time, and his teammate was able to run back and the defender spied spawn. So really good play from them. 1 round now in this last first half. Will be just rifles. No operator's going to be in the hands of any of the players. But the big test, if Rated can get this is going to be a good transition for them in that second half.
That would be the momentum they've needed, and they've taken a lot of rounds.
Careful now.
Later portion of this half didn't have the best start. Still the best start though. He saw it into the sky there. He's grabbed one, taken out the util of the attackers. Is that going to put them in the cement?
Even right now, you can see, like, Sabrosa with Sky just playing a bit of a lurk. Going to be inside a washroom.
Right here.
Still trying to bait. Cause a little bit of noise. Now we have the crossfire that will be with the Sova. And, of course, his teammate Sword, the Jet. And now TSM going to creep on through, but Drone going to be finding the better of him as Cold gets a bit
Revealing
too
area.
on the wide peak. And now Spike going to get planted. And now it's a full retake situation here for Rated.
Versus 4. One player is going to be wounded on the defender's side as well. Jet. Talking of Jet. Jet, see you later, Alligator. Drafting out of there. Town though, going to grab one. So 3 versus 2.
Both Cutler and Drone, the last 2 remaining players. Gonna be Drone inside of Garden. Cutler just holding elbow. Spike gonna get
Player
just
standing.
tapped on. Cutler now in position is completely exposed. He's not able to make anything of it. So now Rated Gaming have brought this back to a tie game. A long road, a lot of back and forth. But we're gonna have a 6-6 going into that second half.
If you're talking about this being a horror movie, lads.
Switching
it's
sides.
Like Rated. When a character walks into the basement, you're like, please, no, don't go in the basement. There's a killer down there. That's what Rated. That they walked into the basement, but somehow, some way, they fought themselves out of that basement to get themselves to 6-6. That was an uphill battle the whole time, and I truthfully don't think this has been a different performance from TSM than it was at Sen. It's just Rated. They've really stepped up their game. Excellent half for them. If they keep it up, yeah, this is going to be binds in the bag for them.
Yeah, I mean, and the one thing we're noticing too is the Kolbs is definitely, statistically speaking, pulling up the bigger numbers. Definitely saw a big round from him where he was able to get that triple frag and just locking it down. But we're definitely seeing a different Rated Gaming than we saw on Ascent before. a little bit of shaking the nerves potentially or something like that. But now they've made things very interesting. We'll have to see how well they can play on their attacking side versus a very dominant TSM.
Just a reminder, these players, no stranger to FPS from that TSM side. Cutler, speaking of the devil, grabbing one. Mikado out and about. Duelist down. 5 versus 4.
So now, I mean, we see before, so the
player
attackers,
standing.
they tried to contest inside of Hookah one-on-one. So that, I think this is kind of the moment when we noticed this did not work for them at all. And TSM, just fruitful picking for them, and they were just able to pick that up with absolute ease, and they only lost Hayes as the one player. I mean, a bit interesting, and I'm not sure if it was maybe a miscommunication that we saw from the attacking side, but we'll have to see as we progress.
Hookah can always be messy, can't it? It's just like Dust 2 in CSGO. It's that bottleneck that just puts everyone into that small area, and you're talking one piece of util, one shot even, can get that sort of flat damage and just scare opponents out of there. So yeah, not committing to it, not going to pay off for them. And TSM, they take those. They definitely take those. And if this is the way that this second half's going to go, it could be trouble town for Town and the boys unrated.
So will be just Hayes going to be playing close by, but now he's going to run out of ammo. Going to have to save or retreat out of that situation. Guiding Light going to come through, doesn't make the connection. Hayes still going to be holding the ground. Tighter angle, a TP from just the one player, which will be the Cypher. Attackers now going to put another through. So Broza finds the head of Kolbs. That's going to be the spike, so that's a huge frag. That's a lot of impact already. And now it's just all down to one. It's going to be the classic in hand, and that's an easy pickup again. TSM, no errors at all in that second round.
Says it on your screen, flawless. Definitely underline that with the commentary as well, lads. And who you seen do the casting today? Let's give you a little plug while we're here. I'm Cupperfrag, at Cupperfrag on socials. Feel like chucking me a follow, joining the lovely Laz here, Laz_TV. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's enjoying the cast so far. And chuck in the chat, let us know what you're thinking. And hopefully, we're going to see the rest of an epic game here. Maybe the full best of 3 if Rated can pull their socks up here. 8-6 the score. Map number 2 of the potential best of 3 and must win for Rated. TSM snagged that first map of Ascent. Almost uncontested.
Blinding.
Now will be Sabrosa going to try to push on through. Hayes going to try to get the trade, but it will be Kolbs. Going to be able to take down 2 of them, but the cost of his life being down to 10 HP. Gonna have the drone. Getting that fancy footage of the view. Doesn't find any players remaining. Will be Sabrosa that now come through the TP. He's gonna get taken down. So all of a sudden, a 2-on-5. Cutler and drone. Spectre in hand. Bulldog for Cutler. He could try to throw the shock dart. Try to find a little bit of the glimpse of opening.
One enemy remaining.
The retake. Mikado says, nope, you're out to hit. See you later, Cutler. And a low drone. Is he coded? Is he programmed for these clutches, I wonder? Not in Mikado's watch. Doubling down, picking up that second frag, and another round there for Rated Gaming. 8-7. Only one round between them, lads. This is the best we've seen Rated in the later portion of the game. Bear in mind, we have just seen the 2 games here, but so far, so good. They've recovered from that dodgy pistol round.
Yeah, so now things are only 1 round away from back to a tie game. TSM going to put the money on the board. Full investment. Wardell, no armor, but will have the operator. Does have enough for full utility for himself. We'll have to see if the Op Academy can fulfill its destiny.
Hazed, getting the heal. Just speaking of that, got a bit wounded at first engagement. Blood drawn, and he's recovered already. Regrowth is essential. I'm really enjoying the more I'm seeing of that, lads. It's a game changer.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. It's really interesting to see Sabrosa, like we were saying before in the pregame, just playing a Sky and just some of the features she can bring to the game. Really interesting to see, especially with like the guiding light and of course like regrowth and everything like that. Like being able to heal in the AoE definitely makes a big difference, especially But even Wardell now going to be holding Hookah by himself. He's able to take down 2. Gets the spike. So now the one-on-one peaks, but Wardell, Op Academy is here. And look at this. He's looking for more. He's got the quad. He's looking for the ace. He's looking as fast as he can. But this player, Soar, just going to be hanging out inside of
30
Garden,
seconds left.
picking some flowers. Wardell, he's hungry. He wants this. You can see he's pushing. He hears it. He gets the ace, and he's able to land it in the head with the Blade Storm.
In your faces.
Deadly. Absolutely deadly. You could feel the wind up there, couldn't you? If the home run incoming with his up.
You know, it's terrifying. I'm sure even Rated Gamer were like, oh no, not like this. Wardell, he's just running through us. The big mow down and big ace, and that's the first ace we've had here on the You're Welcome stream tonight. And what better way than Wardell, of course.
Yeah, you saw it fresh here with No Street Gamers, and again, we are competing for the Casters Challenge, the Computer Casters Challenge here for No Street Gamers, and for VCT
Nowhere to
2021.
run!
Round 1 of the Open Qualifiers. An underdog team here fighting for their survival in this tournament right now. That's Racing came in, one game down. That's how you started though. Mikado coming through on Cat, blasting the head off the Sub Rosa. It's giving kudos to Sky. There goes the heals for TSM.
Oh, look at that peek from Hayes. He's able to find it at the right time. The fake plant. It doesn't work out for Xenos. He had the right idea, but the execution just wasn't there. And now we can already see Spike finally going to get planted. All TSM players going to be close on by. Oh, they're just waiting for the opportunity. Wardell almost lands the shot, almost taking the head of the Sova. Gonna see what else he can find. Drone able to creep on through. Gonna be able to throw the molly, so now gets the curveball. He finds one. Can he find the second? No, but it will be Kolbs to respond back in great fashion. Picking up a triple for himself, and now Wardell on the 1-on-2 situation. He hears the Cypher close by. He's able to make this frag. No way that we see another big round from Wardell. He comes alive again, Wardell, putting them to 10.
This is ridiculous. This is not the finals, Wardell. We're still in the open qualifiers, pal. What are you up to? We've seen the ace. We've seen, I believe that was the 2K there. Maybe in the 3K. What a stylish play that was. He's catching up. Drone, get off that top frag, pal. I'm coming.
Oh my god, Wardell. First round picks up the ace, then goes into the second round, picks up the clutch, putting them in the double digits, 3 rounds away from taking the series.
And
Phenomenal.
They can't get an inch.
By no fault of Rated. They were playing that well. They were trading out perfectly. And the velocity coming from Wardell yet again. He's been like an entry player all game long, the way he's peeking these angles. Look at him, he's still there for a second.
Yeah, confident opper. This is exactly what it looks like. Wardell just being the one-man army, going to hold into Hookah.
Deploying drone.
Cutler just going to get that information once more, but there will be no remaining players left. The closest will be the Sova. Back of middle. Spike transition itself towards the back of short A now. And this is tough because you've lost 2 duelists for the attacking side. You have no ultimates available. And Kolbs, he's going to be surviving, but his teammate Town, very lit. Skin of his teeth, 30 HP. Only a Spectre in hand with the Sheriff. And even the HP of all defending players, it's full.
One enemy remaining. Flawless.
Wallbang adding insult to injury for poor Kolbs there, do his absolute best to put his team in his backpack with regards to frags as a Sova. As a Sova, not a default to be the duelist style player with the top frags, but he's doing his best. I love a sneak peek at the scoreboard, lads. How are we looking for frags in the scoreboard right now? So Kolbs still sitting pretty with the likes of Wardell, with the likes of Drone, 19 frags there. Town trying his best to chime in as well. But Wardell and Drone, that one-boy combo, it's too much to handle right now for Rated.
Yeah, and this is kind of the, this could be just the difference in experience. I mean, we saw before, there was a few rounds that Rated, they had the right idea, the right post-plant situations, but it just kind of came down to that individual star performance that we've been seeing from a lot of TSM players. Not even just Wardell, but I mean, we talk about Drone and even Cutler pulling up some clutches in the map #1 as well. And this is a hard thing to shake, especially for a more of a new team such as Rated Gaming.
For a new team to take TSM to that 7-11 territory, doing a fine job. Still, some room to go to get these rounds though. Wardell, he's not done that. I don't think he's going to frags. He's been pulling out. Town trying to grab a frag. Wardell says, I'm out of here. You're not getting me.
Even Kolbs
Last
could
player
potentially
standing.
find him, but no, Hayes will take him down. So Town on a 1-on-5. Recon Bolt going to find his location. Takes the head of Hayes. And now you can see it's the full hunt from TSM. Look at this. This is just a complete sandwich. And this is not a good sandwich that you want for Rated Gaming. And TSM now put themselves at match and series point.
Match point.
We spoke of the potential best of 3. I don't know if we're going to get that far for this one. 12-7. What's the economy looking like for Rated? Can they even buy in for this one? Barely. They've got a Vandal, which is always promising to see. The Judge, the Bulldog, a Stinger. Eco Warriors at best for this one.
Get out of my way.
Going out
Prepare
in
for
flames.
hellfire.
They will be trying this potential final buy for TSM versus Rated. Good start there, Xenos. I believe that was the orbital strike. Taking down the one.
Green light about to be used.
Blinded.
Does have the recognition that he got the blind, but not able to make use of that blind. Kato is able to find a double with the Stinger. So now, a little bit of a turn of events now we see from the attackers. 3-on-2 situation, 2 players in the red for the HP. Gonna be just Wardell and Cutler, the last 2 members for TSM to pull it into the series. Cutler by himself gonna be eating a shock dart, but he's able to makes it 3! Cutler comes up with the clutch! Clutch master TSM 13-7.
What? Just when you think TSM are going to shut down the mental plays, they just keep on rolling through. Drone, once again, taking that top frag spot. No, by no means the 500 combat score from map number 1, but you're going to take it in a convincing fashion nonetheless. So that one being done in the best of 2. Instead, TSM going forward there.
Yeah, what a phenomenal performance. I mean, and definitely hats off to Rated Gaming. I mean, this is the round 128, so it makes it, a little bit more difficult. You're playing a big heavy hitter and definitely, one of the top favorite teams, right? We're talking about TSM. It's a huge mountain to climb, but they can use this as a learning opportunity. But either way, it doesn't go their favor, but TSM are going to be advancing themselves, of course, through the qualifier stage further. And then we will be covering, I think, one more match as well here, Kappa.
Excellent, Radical, sick. I'm excited for the next game. Talking of that game though, frag reels from both sides, and I always like to give a highlight to these kind of fags as well. 3Ks, we did obviously the ace from Wardell, and you did talk about the Op Academy, Laz. I love to hear that because I need some help with my opping as well. You saw it yesterday. It's something to be desired, huh?
It's just, everybody always talks about Wardell and his op and the guy never misses and all these things. And honestly, it's just when you can see somebody just lighting it up with an op, it's just like a thing of beauty, honestly. And it was Wardell just doing Wardell things. And I mean, honestly, even just talking about Wardell, like I was saying before, I think a lot of the TSM players came up big. Cutler, that last 1-on-3 clutch, he just ran through that very quickly out of nowhere. But either way, a phenomenal game from TSM. I'm excited to see them further in the VCT.
Super excited. And as for Rated, sayonara, best of luck going forward. But you're right, it's against TSM, so this might be the KO per se, but plenty of lessons to be learned and plenty of frags to be celebrated as well. On that note, are we going to be taking a short break before we come back to the next action, lads?
Yeah, so we are just going to be waiting for the next match. I believe we will be covering the T1 game. I think we're just kind of waiting to see what the matchup will be and everything like that. I believe there is a bit of a break. So for the meantime, we will just be turning off the stream for the time being. But we definitely want to give a big shout out to everybody here today. I really hope you enjoyed the stream. This is a community caster stream, so it's just an opportunity for both Kappa and I to be experiencing casting some high class Valorant, and we're really excited to keep on going through this. And if you guys enjoy, make sure to throw us a follow. Our information's in the Twitch channel, as well as we'll post it in as well. But we definitely would love to hear from you guys, and thank you so much for tuning in. I think that's all my last words before we sign off. Anything you'd like to say, Kappa?
You said it all, mate. Thanks, Nursery Growers, for putting us up for this occasion, and we'll catch all of you very soon in the next matchup. And yeah, chuck us a follow on Twitter. Why don't you? At CuppaFrag, at Laz_TV, and we'll catch you on the flip side very shortly.
you know, versus more of a newer team and things like that. So another bit of a potential Cinderella story that we'll see. But as you can see on the left, it will be Gen G going to be starting things off. And the first map, of course, going to be on Bind. So Gen G will be on defense, allowing Fluid to be on the attacker side. And we'll see if we'll have something a little bit different than what we saw previously on our stream, which was TSM as well on Bind.
We do see a Sage, and we talked about this yesterday within our gameplay as well, with how has Sage made her way back into the meta. She really has, since we've seen that recent patch as well. There she is. I'd love to see her in a T1 game, have those heals, have the res, and obviously it's going head-to-head and toe-to-toe with the likes of Skye. So AoE heal versus individual heal, what would you say offers more value, Les? What would you choose if you had to choose one?
You know, I think it's a really tough one. I mean, I think it's all situational. Of course, the AoE, of course, you know, adds a little bit more radius that you can get the heal, but it doesn't self-heal you. So, you know, whereas Sage can self-heal as well. But Hwyn going to be able to have that Sage, and like you said, I'm excited to see Sage back in the server as well, seeing a little bit more of her from time and time again. But either way, things are finally here. Bind map number 1. Gen G, as for anybody just tuning in, starting on that defensive side versus Fluid Gaming on the attackers.
Love seeing that battle Sage. I wonder if that's going to be the case here for the Sage. And as for Skye, that is such a difficult question. And you said it before. I threw you right under the bus there, pal. Is there a correct answer? Is Skye or Sage better? Time will tell within the meta. But within the server today, that's all we really care about. Who is going to be putting the pedal to the metal? That with the res, or that's with the seek and destroy ability of Skye. 4 seconds and things will start to unfold here. Fluid Gaming taking on Gen G Sports in this round 1 open qualifiers.
Bomb buddy out.
Yeah, for anybody not sure, I mean, this is now the round of 64. So we just gone through the round of 128. So now we're going on the second stages, of course, through the qualifier. So now this win will push teams through, and it is a best of 3 for anybody that is not aware. But now action has commenced. GMD able to find that first frag. Gonna be through Hookah. So now a lot of the defenders actually gonna be grouped up, having a party inside of Hookah. But now will be the retreat back from Fluid Gaming, as they're going to fall back immediately, take the TP, get spotted by the cam, going to get hit with the dart, but they should have enough time to get this spike down, Cuppa.
There they are.
Loving to see the last minute use of the util as well. The brimstone smokes just
Spike planted.
spike sight, and oh no!
One enemy remaining.
Trying to chip it in. Oh my goodness, the frenzy's going to work. Talk for Battle Sage, a 3K to start things off. So it's going to be a Sage that wins versus the Skye.
That's huge.
Blasphemous.
A triple kill, Frenzy? What on earth?
Love that glitch pop skin as well. I missed out on getting the glitch pop. Hopefully they make their way back into the circuit at some point. 1 round being snagged up there by the likes of the Gen G. On the defensive side here, the attackers, Fluid Gaming, gotta keep that fluid mindset here. Pistol rounds been and gone does not dictate the theme of the map. That's the kind of mental fortitude, that mental strength that you need to have when you're playing against the likes of Gen G. Already making the approach here, up on showers.
Shadows traveling.
So now this is going to be a bit of a pop surprise. So all the attackers going to be grouping up, buddy system, going to hang out in towards washroom. Going to be using the guiding light, try to see what they can find, see if they can get in the site. They want to just get the spike down. If they can get the spike down, that's going to be a little bit of money bonus for them. So far, it's looking like it could be achieved. Pushong, the push on 1, getting 2. Trying to look it for the 3rd, and he's able to make it happen with that burst. So now coming on through, but he's going to be able to get the quad with a nice little fashion as well.
Little right-click burst halfway through the sky. Why not? Why not? Something I didn't even flag or see earlier on. We do have the double race up too. So Raze also making that guest appearance as well as Sage. Not something that you're probably used to seeing from your ranked games to the T1 games. But this game is going to include the 2. Skye entering with those flashes and the blinding light as well. Love to see it. New plays to adapt to. Our Fluid Gaming could be able to adapt to Gen G here.
This will be a big test for them because now they're going to have the guns on the board. They're going to see what they can find, but already Hwin going to be able to win that first duel. So Fluid Gaming already losing a member early on in the round. We're already at a minute and 22, and we've already lost somebody on that attacking side. And you've lost Skye, and she's a huge support, especially for the attackers. So that's a huge loss that is commenced, but a very big pickup for the defenders. And we talk about bonus rounds, so you can see on the tab the guns are not the sharpest from them, but I mean, luckily they got that sharp aim to find it. So now they're just really picking apart these attackers one by one, Kappa.
Yeah, hitting the aim lads, the Kovacs, whatever they're using. It's a recipe for success so far for Gen G.
They found my wire.
3 players left on the side of Fluid Gaming. If they've got the spike gun here, you can really count that as a win for the rounds. Get that econ boost for the next one to come.
One enemy remaining.
A lot of frags being back and forth, and now it will be Kusta to find that last frag, taking down Enzo. So now, we talk about bonus rounds. This is a couple times we mentioned it. So now this means look at the money. Money ain't a thing. Money is good for Gen G. They have plenty to get that operator for Hwin. And now, more money, no problems for Gen G. So now there's going to be Stingers purchase, Sheriffs on the board. And this is a force buy, so now this is kind of a desperation mode here for the purchase.
It is the desperation mode and just trying to capitalize and get one figure on the scoreboard. Get off that big goose egg as a player for your frags, as a team for the rounds. Big psychological factor on that. You crack open that first round. Plenty of good things can come from that. Oh, the bomb buddy. Just devastated there from Sean. Not just aim, that's the name of his game. Util use out the yin yang as well. He's got the showstopper as well, lads. He gets a whiff of one-on-one player. Surely.
How does he make it work? And now Mikel able to help him back. So he's able to take down so many members, just leaving it all to one, but GMD finds the head of Enzo. And we were talking about this. This is, you know, when the more experienced teams, they start to feel really good, start to build that confidence. And right now, we might be seeing that already. 4-0. And now the full gun round will be commenced once more from the attackers. Fluid Gaming, a much needed round, a desperate round. They need to get something on that board.
They need to get off the big 0. I know once you've done that, plenty of action can come from there. And we've only seen a little glimpse of what Fluid Gaming have got to put on the table. So I do believe this will be their first full buy.
And even look at this, Sean, he's going to be just pushing on through, does not matter. He's thinking this is my territory, and now holds the ground. He's able to find another. This is just turning into the Sean show. He's able to find a third. He is just building up orbs for himself, and now still 71, able to get the quad, and that is going to be Gen G round, and Sean just decimates the incoming attackers here from Fluid Gaming.
Sean's in deathmatch, I think. Are you sure this is the one? This is insane. What's he doing? 5-0 as we go. A couple of ults to show on the side of Gen G as well. Got the Omen TP, you got that Res from Sage, you got the Hunter's Fury. So if frags want enough flares, and if aim kind of falls off here for Gen G, they've got some great abilities.
For Hellfire!
Fire in the hole!
The execute now going to come through, so they're going to try to be a little bit more aggressive, putting a little bit more pressure towards the site. Mikel going to be able to get that Hunter's Fury to start things off. So the attackers, they're not able to take advantage of the situation. Finally reply back, but GMD able to get the immediate trade. So one of the closer rounds that we've seen from Fluid. Now it's going to be all down to the post-plant situation. So 2 going to be inside of Elbow. The Brimstone, which is prime. He is just going to be close into the site. He has a stinger. He needs to find the right timing, but it's not going to be the right timing because Kusta's waiting for him. And now, bam, he's not able to make anything work, and it's all just down to Cuz. But a very swift round once more from Gen G, 6-0. Bit of a speed run we're seeing so far here, Kappa.
Now,
Yeah, I was going to say that round was rather fast. The 3K, something Kusta is not afraid or new to. plenty of action from his CSGO days, translating like an absolute legend into the Valorant realm here. 6 rounds been and gone. Not really showing too much of a sign of struggle here for Gen G. Would love to see some more diverse plays here from Fluid Gaming. Switch it up, maybe play some lurgs, you know, try something a tad different. They keep trying to force the aggression, and it's just not paying off right now.
And Quinn going to be able to have that operator in the hands. We typically see it for a Jet, but Quinn just going to be shifting the meta, showing us what Sage can bring. Takes down 2, pulls the rug from under of these attackers, able to get a triple. Highlight reels coming through. All players on deck.
Getsy's back again. Sage is back. Tell a friend. Apparently it is back in meta. Apparently it is good to go again. 7-0. It felt like I just said 5-0. You said about speedrun. It's going to be the speedrun not just for the round, for the whole map at this rate if Gen G keep up this pace. 3 ults are going to be available for the side of Fluid Gaming though. So, if all else fails, they've got that up their sleeve. And maybe starting this off, it's your eco
Scanning
round,
ahead.
catch them off guard, blast in if you get that trade, and off you go. But that up play, it's too much for Gen G.
Yeah, and this is one thing I really like about seeing Quinn on the op with the Sage. You can use the barrier wall so you can actually get that first connection. You can just block off an area if you need to. And then look at this. Mikkel finds one, not able to find the triple, but he's already done his job. Sean, look at this, boosts on through, and you can see Bam. He's just waiting to sting somebody with that stinger, but he's not able to make it in. It's just a full party. And Gen G, they're looking like they want to push a 13-0. We need to see something very different from Fluid. At this moment, there's still 3 ultimates, but we need to see somebody come alive because we can see the scoreboard. 2 of the members only at 4 and the rest just with a single frag each. Not really a lot of opportunity for them to find anything. We see Gen G every single time. They just push on through every section of the map.
They do. They've not given Fluid Gaming a chance to breathe, a chance to get your crosshair at the right placement. It's been unbearable force they've been coming through, and it seems they've got places to be, lads. Apparently something we didn't know.
Found them.
And we're definitely noticing right now that Gen G, they're playing a mixed setup right now. So even when we've seen played in Garden, then switch things off, went into hookah. So they're feeling pretty good about just mixing up their defensive styles, and that's exactly what you want. And it's just been working perfectly. I mean, there hasn't been any flaw yet that we have seen from Gen G. And right now, it's just a lot of firepower for Fluid Gaming. But it was a close round when they pushed on through. It almost looked like one of the closest rounds we've seen, I think, so far in the 8 rounds.
I would say so. It definitely was the one that brought it down to the wire. 50 seconds.
Oh, look at this. He's creeping on through. The trigger discipline is so great. He takes down Kusta. Easy frag. So now, do a little bit of a fake. Gonna hold this down. Might be able to find this frag. He's gonna be able to take down GMG. So this is a good pickup now. 3-on-2. Turn of the tables once again. Gen G backs on the board. Can they keep this dream alive?
I know exactly
Fluid Gaming, super impressive crosshair placement. You said about trigger discipline to the 9s. They've been holding out on us. 3 versus 2. Still, Fluid Gaming, they're not through this game just yet. Is it going to be able to be used though in these clutch situations? That's the question.
Both players going to be on short, so now will be Sage's slow ability. That's going to slow things down. Mikkel going to be pushing on through. That's going to be the ultimate use from Sky. That will be the Seeker. So now, all down to Quinn. Quinn's been able to do a lot of damage so far in this game, but can he pull the clutch? A 1-on-3, stuck his position, completely compromised. He's trying to find anything at all, and right now the attackers, they just need to be very patient. And at this moment, Quinn might be able to find a frag, but he needs to get out of this situation. And now we will see the first round going for Fluid.
There we go. Breaking the ice. Getting some feel-good vibes. They're beatable, guys. We can take them. We've got a round. It can only get better from here. Hopefully, that's what's flying around the team chat. Hopefully, there's no salt. Salt, no room for that at this point. 8-1 to score. You've got to do what you can to recover from this half. That's the talk on the bench, I'm sure, for Fluid Gaming. And as you said there, trigger discipline, timing was everything. Excellent execute there from Fluid Gaming. They've got to keep that going though if they want to stay in this.
You know, and this is kind of the one thing that we're noticing too is like, you know, Fluid Gaming we saw in the first round that we watched on the 128 TSM. I mean, when they were playing, you know, just a new team like Rated Gaming, it was a bit more of a, is the nerves getting to them? Are they being a little bit nervous? And that could be the case here. I mean, we see they're getting a little bit more confident taking these sites.
Right here.
But it is a lot of pressure
Spike planted.
moving forward in the tournament, playing the big dogs.
You are playing big dogs, and it's a blessing and a curse, isn't it, to play against them? It's like, I'm playing TSM, I'm playing Gen G, but then it sinks in, I'm playing Gen G. It's looking pretty good so far against Gen G, though. They could double up here. Back-to-back rounds, always a bonus. 5 versus 2. Make it 4 versus 2 here. McCall grabs one, and you'll get another
Last
one.
player
It's gonna be
standing.
short in this case.
Oh, and that was perfect from the Trailblazer. So that's the wolf that comes from Sky, able to land and just kind of caught him, and his vision was completely all over the place. But we now finally see 2 rounds in a row that go for Fluid. Finally a little bit of life, some response back. Players waking up, shaking off those nerves. It's a long road, but 8-2, still plenty of more to go. They could potentially bring this back in 8-4, which is definitely not the worst half we've seen. Definitely respectable.
I was about to say, without the caster's curse being struck upon Fluid Gaming at a 4 scoreline, it would look real good and it would feel good going into that second half. They deserve it as well. Those 2 round slides, that wasn't chance, that was not luck, that was pure calculated execution. They've got it in the They're against the big dogs, as you said. They need to keep up that fire and the flames there. 2 for 1 though. 4 versus 3. Win.
Shot done.
His teammates best he can, and it's going to be a back out of market. Things looking too expensive. See what else they can find in the next door.
Last player standing.
Kusta, he's able to find the corner, takes down 2, hiding. Now it's all just down to 1, trying to get the spike down, but it will be Sean. Sending Prime to the heavens, and now 9-2. Last round we're going to go into this first half.
Last round before the
Money.
switch.
Still enough for them to put onto another rifle round. No ops will be available for the attackers. No ultimates available. The closest member will be Bam, 4-7. But unless we see him picking up some frags, I mean, we might not see an ultimate available at all for the attackers. Whereas right now, Gen G, they have 3 available.
3 for the last
Here.
round. That's a cushion, isn't
Here.
it? If things aren't looking good, say Quinn misses this pick here. He hasn't yet, but say he misses that pick, he can always back out, wait for someone else to take, and go for that res and the heal. Options of having a Sage, the glory of having a Sage, if you will. Glory of having a team. They're on fire right now. Super convincing start here for Gen G.
Cage triggered.
We definitely give the edge, of course, for the defenders, I would say, on a map like Bind. But right now, we're really just seeing a well-oiled machine from Gen G, making it very difficult for Fluid Gaming to find any sort of vacancy at all in any of these sites. And now, it will be Fluid Gaming once more. They're going to be grouped up together. No lurks. Going to see what they can find. They're going to go toward short A. Cuz going to be the one player that's going to go towards washroom. Dark cover just going to be used, so.
Shot done.
But now going to get caught with the paranoia, and that's a lot of enemies splashed. Because able to find that frag. Kusta now going to be pushing on through, but GMD finding more. Can he make it? 3? No. But that's a good start already. A 3-on-3 situation. Mikkel going to be creeping on through. They know, no, he's here, and he's able to get him in the back.
30
And now
seconds left.
it's just down to Cuz on a 1-on-2. But Quinn puts that nail to the absolute coffin of first half. 10-2.
10-2.
Switching sides.
Not really even needed to use the ults there. Would be Gen G. Confidence is shown in aim, but confidence shown we don't even need our ultimates. That's how well we're playing right now. Let's talk about Fluid Gaming here. What is it going to take to get them back into this game, Les?
You know, I think the one thing we're noticing a little bit is maybe just even some hesitation. It would be nice to see if they can be a little bit more aggressive, try to execute something together. It seems as though as soon as they lose one player, it almost seems they backpedal on that execute. So I'm wondering if they want to just try to commit to it and try to get those trades. That could be somewhat of a difference. Get some more position gained for them.
looks at analysis, and
Take flight.
trade-ins are essential. You're playing against Gen G. You need to make sure it's be done 2 for 1. You want to go that 2 for 2.
Enemy mark.
It doesn't matter if it goes to 3 versus 3. It's like getting entry to site, trying to get it on the lockdown.
Blinding.
Already though, Gen G. Oh my goodness.
Now this ice wall going to be used, going to be blocking off the connector. Not what you want on a pistol round. Got to burn a lot of clips to get something through. So much carnage. And 2 players, you can see they're trying to just wait it out, and they're just using their knives, but it's going to be Sean. He's not able to,
remaining.
he's only actually going to find 1, so that's actually a good pickup, and now bam. He's going to need to find 3 heads to conquer, but he's just getting completely pushed. Oh no, this is not like this. And the disrespect jump burst classic. Oh boy.
Scanning ahead.
Jump burst classic issued in that 3 versus 1. We're coming through elbow. No, you're not. Yes, we are. Said Gen G. 1 away from that match point territory.
Spikes here.
It seems to me so far, Gen G not really breaking a sweat at this current time. Still, plenty of time for that to happen though. If it's a map number 1, it's always map number 2. Just a reminder, ladies and gents, all that are watching, this is going to be that best of 3. So,
Deploying
the
drone.
opportunity for redemption, not just the one and done.
Yeah, it is a best of 3 for anybody that isn't aware. So this is map 1. So there's still plenty of opportunity. Push on through to see what they can find. Fighting chance, Kusta. Just gonna be hanging out. Got the Bulldog. Finds 1. Gonna be down to 2 HP. And even now, the defenders. Very long rotate here for the Brimstone, coming all the way from the back. And also the Sova, he's just kind of behind this wall again. Similar situation that we've seen before. This ice wall really just a bit of a nuisance.
That's an ugly ice wall. I showed you that video how to climb with sage walls. I didn't see this one in there.
Scanning
lads.
ahead.
I didn't see this one in there.
Last player standing.
And now we're finally here. Going to be match point for map number 1. 12-2 Gen G.
Point.
No money at all for Fluid Gaming. So we can see they're going to be going for as whatever they can. Scraping the barrel. Asking the bank, what can I get? And all you're getting is stingers and a bulldog. So they're going to have to make work out of nothing into something.
That's we've talked of budget buys, and just look at the frags on the other side there. So many positive KDRs for Gen G.
Bomb buddy out.
Confidence is overflowing from all of them right now. You're 12-2 up.
Copy.
Talk to that, Sean. He isn't stopping. You see his menacing attack when he was on the defense.
Castle out.
That 4K, almost the ace, the second ace we saw today. Look at him go. He's so much playing this. He's grabbed 2 frags already. Surely, not an ace to finish this L. That'd be so insulting.
Yeah, look at how much position he's gained, and now he's able to pick up the triple. Last 2 remaining players going to be on top of A tower, able to make it 4. Can he get the ace? And that's going to be the blow, but Hwin takes it away from him. Not like that, but Sean comes alive again.
BM from the teammate to finish it out. Actually, just Wardell's got the ace, not you as well. And that will be that for map number 1. Look at that combat score though. We talked of drone in the earlier TSM map on Ascent, but 480, that's nothing to shake a stick at, lads. That's a really strong start there from Gen G.
Yeah, and especially with somebody like Raze and having your player playing Raze with a 480 and 25 and 7. Monstrous performance. And that's kind of what we saw before on the first stream when we watched TSM, but another repeat that comes through. And a big dominant victory for map number 1 for Gen G.
Fluid Gaming still have a chance to get a swing at this though. Map number 2, we should be receiving momentarily. Do you have any news of what we're looking at for map number 2, my friend?
Just pulling up the statistics right now and the data. So the second map is going to be Haven, which Fluid will be on the defending side. So we'll have to see if that could change things. This is
set plays from Fluid might be able to do it then.
Yeah, and I mean this is kind of now where Gen G, they just need to pick up this last map, and then whereas now Fluid Gaming, they got to pick up 2 in a row to take this best of 3.
when you're coming off of a loss and you know you've got two to go for, if you've ever played a best of three, if you haven't, just to give you that insight, it becomes so grueling. Even within that second map, it's that mental effort and energy of we're down one, we've got to win this and the next one to go through. Or if you could look on the side of Gen G, they're going to be sitting pretty with this one. They're feeling pretty comfortable going out of a 13-2. It isn't going to be the pick of their choice. However, they've got every reason to give it their all. Likewise, for the likes of Fluid Gaming, they've got to give it their all in this last one for them, potentially, to get it through to that best of three. Gen G, though, really probably the ultimate of all opponents to come up against, just like TSM 4 rated previously. So I'd love to see a bit more out of Fluid Gaming. I think we're yet to see the best of them.
Yeah, I definitely agree. So we're going to have to see if Fluid Gaming can use this little bit of a break and gain some composure and kind of get the motivation back and make sure that they're feeling good to, you know, potentially push into a map number 3. But time will tell. We are just going to take a very, very short break as we wait for the players to be ready. Don't go away. We are just going to put it on a commercial break for the moment, but we'll see you soon. All right, we're back, getting things started already, back into game, and of course it is going to be Haven. We're already getting things going. Gen G and Fluid, they don't want to mess around. They don't want to burn that anymore. But as you can see, it will be Gen G on the attacking side now here for Haven. They're already up one map, so they only need one more to go to take this series, but a long road ahead for Fluid.
Isn't that the truth? A really long road ahead for Fluid, and Killjoy, being an agent, they're going to choose to jump into the mix for that. And actually the first time we've seen a Reyna today as well, Les, just FYI.
Yeah, we haven't actually seen a Killjoy yet today at all. And I mean, we've seen a lot of Phoenixes. We haven't seen a Reyna as well. So I'm kind of curious to see if this change could be the spark, could be the flame, or the oil for Fluid. Something for Fluid.
Let's go with oil.
Liquid.
Yeah, the
liquid.
WD-40.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Either way, whatever makes Fluid go, that's what they need. Key ingredients.
The key ingredients for the cake that won that local fair that you went to once? Or the cake that your mum made? Like, what's that secret ingredient? Only mama knows for that, but for in the game, hopefully these players know, because their mums won't be able to help them at this point. They're too into the thick of things. Just so you know, we're into the top 64 of the tremendous Challengers Tour right now for Valorant. The NA, of course, and Gwen starting things off with that electric energy Genji of somewhat had to date. The timer barely stopped and the gate barely went down. It's already a 5 versus 4.
Got him.
Oh, okay, cuz, I mean, we see you. You're going to be able to get that fadeaway one tap with the Sheriff. I mean, he's completely blind by the smoke, but still makes something out of it. And even now, this is looking like Fluid Gaming. They've been able to respond back, and all of a sudden, it's just down to Mikkel by himself. A 1-on-3, he's able to take it. Can he make it happen? No, but he makes it very close. Prime, 21 HP clutch, and they pick up the important pistol round.
Talk about a prime clutch. 3K Mikkel looking for the quadra, looking to go for the 4 in the beginning. It's getting shut down. Good sign so far. Taking those engagements perfectly off of Garage there. And by the hairs on their chinny chin chin, that's going to be Fluid Gaming. They're still in this one, lads. Taking pistol rounds. Big rounds.
And you can even see Gen G, they're going to try to bring the fight right back to them. They're just going to go for the force. They're going to spend all their money on the Stingers, whereas you can see, of course, Fluid Gaming, they're going to have the Spectres out. Quinn able to go very fast and furious. He lands some shots, but he's not able to land enough. Going to be able to find the head of Bam, so he's able to take that down. And even Enzo now going to be pushing on through, trying to make something again, but he's only able to take one. But all of a sudden now, Gen G, a 4-on-2 situation. The Reina falls as well. It's all down to Prime. He's got full armor. He's got a little bit of utility left, but he's fully blind, and Sean will make that connection, bringing it back to a tie game.
Those flash pushes from Sean. Mental. Absolutely mental. He gets the blind. They triple peek it. They double peek it. So hard to defend against, and that pistol round advantage almost deleted as we go into round number 3 there. Gen G, not afraid of losing pistol. It means nothing. They're back in business. That is a valid point to bring up. In CSGO, pistol round is ever so much important, but in Valorant, we spoke of it a bit yesterday as well. There's a lot more room for comebacks, is there not?
Yeah, we definitely see a lot more of that second round being just as important as the pistol. It can really change the pace of the game, and that's exactly what we saw from Gen G. They were just able to find the frags and bring it right back to a tie game, and even now you can see Fluid Gaming once again. They're going to put a lot of money back on the board, so they want to try to go for this again. So a bit of a back and forth strategy we're seeing. We'll have to see if that's going to pan out, because this could really damage their economy if this doesn't go their way.
It could be an absolute stab in the back here. Full traitor.
Spike
Hanging
planted.
out. He's got the intel. He's got the one frag, trying to get that rain ability into Magic.
One
Not
enemy
Magic, but
remaining.
Prime. Grabbing one. There's one left actually. Quinn. Getting out of guns by the likes of that rival jet. Sheriff one tap to the doll. And that's 2 rounds for Fluid Gaming. Pistol round legit means nothing with the scoreboard as you're seeing.
Yeah, so the force buy doesn't work out at all. I mean, you can even see, or sorry, I mean, it does work. I mean, Fluid Gaming up 2-1 now, but now Gen G, they're going to have enough money easily to purchase rifles. And I think we just saw there was one Bulldog, or that's a Spectre, sorry, that's on GMD. No harm, no foul. I mean, especially for someone like an Omen, easily retrievable to pick up another weapon if needed. We'll have to see what their plan is going to be. I mean, they've had quite a bit of success. I mean, they're getting the spike down. They're getting in the sites pretty easily. Really, it's just Fluid we're noticing. They're in these sites pretty quick.
They're in there super quick. And again, the barrier just went down. Sean already eliminating Jets. That's insane. That's such a kick to the stomach of the likes there of Fluid Gaming. You're under the fence, you barely jiggle peek, you show a mere pixel. Gwyn picking up another, taking out Brimstone as well. So there goes Util. Sova still available. Bam. Trying to be efficient with those shot darts there. And taking out one as well. So Gwyn, you're not winning this round, at least in terms of your own frags. Sean, he's chipping in though. 4 versus 2.
If Bam can find this frag, that
Player
could be
standing.
a little bit of a change, but no, Sean gonna get the better of him. So Enzo make somehow that shot work. It looked like it wasn't going to, but now
Spike
with that
planted.
frag allows him to have his lockdown available. He might want to preserve it later on. We'll have to wait and see if that's what he wants to try to go for.
Out of bot coming back.
Down to 76 HP, gonna get now tagged a little bit more to 42. Finds the head of Miguel, not able to take down Kusa, so the trade commences, and now Gen G bringing it back to a tie game. Back and forth we go, Kappa.
Back and forth and back and forth, back and forth. This is the fairest trade game I think we've seen so far in the matches today. Just a little reminder, is map number 2 of that potential best of 3 here in the top 64. So one of these teams is not going to go forward, plain and simple. So far, so good though. If you're on the side of Gen G, you're a Gen G fan, I'm sure you're kissing your jersey. You're happy with what you've seen so far. One map to Gen G. This second map is a must-win for Fluid Gaming. They did get to start on the defensive side, which I believe was their fair shout. So, everything to play for in this matchup.
Yeah, a lot more pressure now for Fluid Gaming. Like you said, they are down a map. So a little bit of pressure is going to be relieved here for Gen G, as they know they can just win one more to take things home. But they can't let their guard down yet. Tie game, 2-2. Full gun round. I think one of the most full gun rounds we've seen so far. Bam actually going to get caught by the Huntress Fury. Mikkel makes it very easy. The Sova on Sova duel, uncontested. Gen G now going to be pushing on through. Huynh trying to get a little bit more investigation done through A-Link, but it will fall. Sean able to finally reply back. 2 ultimates now available for the defenders. Do they want to use it with that spike? It's going to advance itself. It's gained position towards A and slowly advancing itself.
Slowly but surely wins the race. 30 seconds here.
30 seconds left.
What are Gen G going to do to get this round done? 20 seconds and ticking.
And I think GMD actually did get that intel that he knows the Killjoy's nearby, because the turret still was being used, so he knows the Killjoy is not just completely rotated. But now this is good intel for Gen G, because they're fully aware that 2 players are probably on the long rotate. But GMD is not going to go through B to find that cutoff point. Instead, he's just going to come all the way in the back through mid and now through A. So we'll just be 2 players are going to be close by. We will be the defender Killjoy that's going to be now used. So going to have to push these players back. So this is a good way for them to gain some more position and really catch these attackers off guard.
This could be it. That's an excellent use of the lockdown there. Number 5, so it's 3 versus 2. At least got to get that spike halfway before they take one of these engagements.
Revealing area.
Mikkel.
One enemy
Taking
remaining.
one. And look at that! That was an excellent set of frags, but unfortunately, not going to cut the mustard there for Fluid Gaming. But if you're talking of engagement-wise, hey, the best they can do with that situation, by the spike to fuse, is 3-2.
3-2 is the score, and this time was just not on the side for Fluid Gaming. Enzo using his ultimate, which did allow them to get in that site, reposition themselves, but Gen G, they were just able to burn that clock very, very efficiently. Still going to be in the 1-round lead. Now a bit of a force buy once again that we're seeing from Fluid. Not really trying to go for a light purchase or save rounds by any means. They just want to see what they can do, and that's going to be Cuz that actually wins that knife, bringing it to a gunfight. Oh, no, but he's not able to. Finally gets the classic out, wins that duel. So now bringing it back to an even playing field. Still have the neural death available for Gen G, as well as the orbital strike for the Brimstone. Location going to be spotted here for Huynh. They know he's close by, but they might not expect him to be this close, and he's going to be able to make that connection. So all of a sudden now, all down to Cuz. 20 HP in a dream. Going to get spotted now from the neural theft. Going to have to make something out of this situation. No ability to heal himself, but it will not matter as Huynh finds him, drops him, and now making their lead even bigger.
Grabs him a body bag. Jump in there with the rest of your buds until the respawn. 4-2's the score. Gen G with these back-to-back rounds. We saw it at 2-2, but 1 round at a time. Gen G, they are building a convincing lead here on the attack. We did mention it before. I believe it's slightly more defender-sided. A lot of the maps in Valorant have been shown just like a fair margin. But regardless of that right now, Gen G, they're coming up the gates hot just like they did in map number 1. Hunter's Fury. And puts a little bit of damage here from the likes of Fluid Gaming. Not able to do too much.
Oh, and you can even see Prime was just trying to get in the better position, trying to get some kind of real estate, some kind of area that he can get some intel for his teammates, but instead he's going to fall. Mikkel actually going to be landing that shock dart right on top of Cuz's feet. And even now, Huynh able to find the head of Bam, able to find the head of Enzo. All just down to one. A 1-on-4. And what better agent than Arena?
Reyna, Alir, just the one is available. Take an engagement. Could it feed off 2-3-4? Good question. Cubby, and then we can start for a couple more. 5 HP though. Healing mandatory, if possible, of this first engagement. It's not gonna happen. GMD, headshot, galore there for Genji. It's all good practice. Someone's been in the range. Someone's been clicking those heads all night long.
Somebody's been shooting those bots in the range. A little bit of practice. And so far, it's looking perfect. 5-2. I mean, we saw it was going a little bit back and forth, like you can see on the scoreboard. But now it looks like Genji kind of got the sails sorted out, and now it's just been a bit more smooth sailing. Releasing the floodgates once more that we're seeing from Genji. And we're noticing they're putting a lot of pressure towards mid-window. And they're really just trying to bring this fight to him. It's a very risky position to be in, but they're feeling it. They don't want to back down.
They're definitely feeling it. Sean, every time, every round, has sent to Haven entries, and he's picked up a double before he finally gets shut down there for Infiltrator.
Even now, Infiltrator trying to get a little bit more, pushing on, but it will be Huynh gets the better of it, finds 2 more. All down to Prime, Stinger in hand. Ultimate available. If he can pick up a frag, get a new weapon. But he's so far away at this point. I think he's just going to be the scavenger. He's going to look for what he can find. Going to be able to retrieve the Phoenix. The Phoenix is Vandal of Sean. And now this is just going to be survival mode. He needs to just pretty much stay alive as long as possible so he can put this rifle into the next round.
I do wonder, lads, I've got to ask this question here. When are we going to see some disciplined saves from Fluid Gaming? I'm a bit concerned for whoever's the bank manager for them right now. It's going to get them into this round for the bye, but it's not leaving them good set up for the next rounds to come. So if they don't win this round, Economy's going to be right in the dumpster again, and they're going to be back at ground 0. Pretty concerning.
Yeah, it reminds me of the meme, you know, or the clip from South Park. We'll just move some investments here, move these funds, and it's gone. I mean, I feel like that's Fluid Gaming. I mean, they just seem to just put every single round they want to put some kind of a weapon in their hands. And something a little bit different than we haven't really seen, but I agree, like, do they want to just potentially try to save a little bit of money in the bank so that they can try to maybe getting an op? Do they want to try something a little bit different? But it's been successful early in the rounds, but we're going to have to see if that mindset will still transition further on.
Adrian's got to be careful with uppers. He's going to work here for Mikkel.
Last player standing.
Enjoying the benefits of having a Jet as a teammate, and once more Prime on that long rotate and the long retake. 4 versus 1. He's had so many of these so far.
Now, if he would have been able to pick up that frag against Sean, he could have used the orbital strike. He could have pushed those opponents back, which allows him to potentially find those one-on-one situations. But Genji, they haven't really shown a lot of error. So, I mean, a little bit of wishful thinking, but instead, Sean will win that duel. And now 7-2. And it just looks like very good rhythm that we're seeing from the attacking squad. And this has got to be frustrating, especially how the game was going in the very first course of the half.
Yeah, when it was going blow for blow, punch for punch, you're gonna have that idea, understanding. Okay, this could be the tempo of the game. But I said it yesterday. I'll say it again. It can suddenly change in the world of Valorant. Anything you knew can be deleted and removed after just 1 round. And we're a couple of rounds later, 7-2. Kusta. Great off angle there, removing Bam with that 1 tap, and Cuz chiming in to remove Huynh. Top fragger, I believe, for Genji. Sean, though, jumping into the action. Again, he's relentless. Look at him go.
Yeah, no fear at all. But now the fear of 3 members just going to completely push on through. So now lockdown going to be used. Emperor's going to be activated as well. Infiltrator trying to get more real estate, able to find the head of GMD. So now, turn of the tides, and now it's going to be Kusa and also Mikkel. They need to hold this down, but it's not going to matter. The spike is defused, and Mikkel, he packs up the gift, but he's not able to pack up the round, and Fluid Gaming finally respawn back with a round victory.
That flank, definitely the right idea, just a split second too late. Throw that parcel in the garbage for now. Doesn't matter, getting the frags. The round is back. 3 rounds there for the defenders on the side of Fluid Gaming. Against the likes of Gen G though, we're going to need to see a lot more before they go on to attack.
Ready.
A lot more.
So now money somewhat in the bank for Fluid. Cuz going to have the operator in his hands. But Gen G now, they're going to switch up their game plan. We've seen this before where they played it very split, kind of going for the pick situation, where we saw the Jet of Quinn that was actually just pushing through C, but now they're actually just going to go for a full execute. And Enzo, oh, lands a beautiful shot against Quinn. The paranoia makes the connection. So, going to be blind, going to be holding in the back of the site. Even now, Bam going to be throwing a little bit of recon darts, but Enzo's still trying to find something. What on earth is going on? All of a sudden, Gen G, it's just completely falling apart. It's all just down to Mikkel by himself, 5 HP. He's going to have to completely pop off, but he's only going to pop off 1. And now we see another round come through for Fluid Gaming.
So I was
Last
knocking
round
their
in the
off
half.
buys, but they're putting the pedal to the metal, even with just a Sheriff coming there from Enzo. One tap, 2 one-taps against Gen G. You're having a good game, mate. Keep it up. 7-4's the score.
Need a drop.
Optimistic, glass half full vibes, I'm sure, happening on Fluid Gaming.
Thanks.
Excellent showing of skill there, lads.
Yeah, a lot of perseverance that we're seeing from Fluid Gaming, getting a little bit more of an awakening. They finally now picked up 2 in a row. This is going to be that last round of this first half, so if they can pull this through, this makes it a 7-5. A lot on the line because that's a good transition for them in that second half. Cuz going to have to give up that spot. The drone, I believe, would have spotted that information. When going to be able to win that duel. A little bit over aggression that we see from the defenders. So they now have lost one of their duelists, the Reyna. No res available at all. Of course, no Sage. Nobody to bring anybody back.
Win, smoked off here. No eyes on anything but the smoke of brimstone. 5 versus 4. GGs do have that advantage there.
We're noticing.
Have that. Right, go ahead.
I was just going to say, we're noticing that, I mean, Kusta's just kind of lurking and just, again, just trying to get that intel. He knows the Killjoy's still towards A. But even now, this is a tough position because now they're completely scattered. Cuz does get a little bit of a reply back. But this is hard about this map. I mean, your defense, you need them to be close and you need to have a good system. And right now, they've just been scattered all over the place like a thing of dominoes.
They have been. It's like when you go into your brother's room, your sister's room, you see all the clothes on the floor, you're like, what's going on in here? And I'm sure that's what Fluid Gaming. What is going on? A 4K from Gwyn with the op. You've talked about how good his op's been, Laz. I think he's one to contest
sides.
against Wardell. Maybe he's been going to the op academy.
Maybe he subscribed. I don't know. We'll have to ask him afterwards. But I mean, a nice way to finish off that last round of the first half. So switching things over, Gen G will be moving over the defense. We've seen Quinn now 16-7, the top fragger in the server, and of course for Gen G. And I'm curious what the plan will be from Fluid Gaming. I'd like to see if they can play more together as a unit and maybe just try to go for a little bit more of aggression and see how Gen G can respond to that, especially on a pistol round.
You know what? I was thinking exactly the same thing. That massive push, not even a split at this point. Do the full send, go for those trades, and stick close to get those one taps. Need to see crisp aim, crisp clean lock from Fluid Gaming.
Scanning ahead.
If they're to stay in that fluid state and take this map. Brimstone smokes go out. The execute's happening here because taking sight best as possible with that Sheriff. That trademark jet weapon.
I didn't even know Sheriffs were a good weapon to buy in the pistol round, but we'll have to see if Cuz has something a little bit up his sleeve. Prime can be helping Enzo pick up this frag. Prime's still trying to make something work, but
enemy
Enzo
remaining.
actually picking up now a triple, just leaving it all down to Quinn. And that's going to be the quad kill that comes from Enzo. So a response back. A little bit of life as well from Fluid, picking up the pistol.
You talked of a Sheriff, yeah, not being that default buy for a pistol round. Pretty risky to pick it up a Sheriff in that first round. You got the classic. Not opted in for the lifetime or anything at all. It's going to pay off though. And 8-5's the score. So, talk about rock climbing. Climbing vertical limit here for Fluid Gaming. We need to see these rounds threaded together and to make that sweater just like Yanan would make. Keep it going, keeping them warm, keeping them fired up to get them back into this. Only a couple of rounds separate them now.
And you can even see Gen G, so they're actually just going for a full save. And they were going to push down middle, so they gain a lot of control. Bam going to be using the drone. They might be able to find him. They could potentially pick up this frag, but oh, they're just a little bit too late. If they could have picked up that frag, that could have really slowed things down. But the Reyna Infiltrator is going to be able to push on to through Sewer, but now going to be able to get the full heal. So it's like nothing ever happened. Infiltrator picks up another frag. This should be the mop-up here for Fluid Gaming, and now all down to GMD.
Okay, so flawless to get them to that 6th round there. They've got the aim. Can they keep it going for the rest of this game here as we go into those bigger buys? I'm pretty sure they'll keep those for the bonus though, the Spectres and the like.
Yeah, definitely the right call. I mean, that's pretty much how the meta is right now, of course. I mean, there's no reason for them to spend money and lose those weapons, so you might as well try to see how much damage you can do. The big reward that we saw earlier on is when you go for the bonus round and you win the round and you get free weapons for it, so it just builds that economy a little bit more for you. So we'll have to see if Fluid Gaming can do the same thing that Gen G have done to them. But oh my goodness, look at that. The Molotov, it lands perfectly, and now Quinn able to find two. He's right inside Sewer. Now able to creep on through like a Ninja Turtle, and just nothing again against him, and even Kusta finds him. This is completely falling apart here. No bonus round is looking good for Fluid Gaming at the moment.
Yeah, it's like the glass, the plate's been dropped on the floor, it's shattered everywhere, and there's pieces they're just trying to
Last
tiptoe.
player standing.
Walking on eggshells or walking on glass, if you will. Brimstone Prime at D. Also commonly been caught in these situations. 1 versus X. Not had the most success, and I mean, what do you do when you're getting double peaked by Gen G? 9-6 the score.
Yeah, Gen G just able to capitalize on that situation. I think they only lost 1 player, I'm pretty sure. So it's a good way it doesn't burn their economy as well, because there is that risk, right? I mean, they were the ones that purchased the rifles, so instead it works out very well for them. Only losing 1 player, no harm, no foul. So now this is the big test again. Fluid Gaming, money on the board. Cuz has the operator, light armor, still has full utility. But if they lose this, this could really put them in the back burner for really on the progression in this map.
Yeah, it would put them right up the alley. With no flashlight, it's dark. Right up the creek without a paddle, however you want to say it. It's not looking so hot here. Thin ice being walked on. Sean doing his best here to keep him at bay. That curveball starting things off. We are going to see the lockdown though. Could this lockdown do it, lads?
Yeah, so right now there's still 6 seconds left, but Sean, you can still see they're going to just be going for it. Sean going to be able to win that. Quinn, look at it. They don't even care that there's a lockdown. They've just completely mowed over this squad of Fluid Gaming and make it now a clutch situation. Infiltrator needs to come alive. He needs to pull up an ace clutch in this situation. Empress going to be activated, going to be pushing through the short. He's able to find 2. But now a big task at hand. He needs to find 3 more Gen G players, but he's going to get caught in the back of the head, and Sean annihilates them and putting themselves in the double digits.
Triple baby coming out from Sean. We've seen a lot of Phoenix plays today, lads. A lot of Phoenix plays.
You know, honestly, I'm actually really excited to see Phoenix. I mean, we were playing last night, and I was like, I'll just try Phoenix out. And I think Phoenix just brings so much to a team, and that's kind of what we're seeing right now. We saw it before, TSM, with Drone, and now we're seeing Sean. You know, again, just a different style, but really just bringing a lot of duels in their favor, and I think that's just been a lot of openings that we've seen from Phoenix.
It is that curveball just blinds everyone in sight, and when it's used in the hands of the right owner, definitely not me, someone like the likes of Liza or one of these pros, my goodness, it's devastated, and so far so good. Need to see some more action there from the duelists over on the side of Fluid Gaming. Gen G, they've been like a steel wall, a concrete wall. They can't break it down. Win, grabbing off frag as well, and Infiltrator, bring it back to the 4 versus 4.
Yeah, this is looking like the Great Wall of Gen G. I mean, there's just no way of taking this thing down. And even now, you can see it's a 4-on-4. Cuz finally finds it. Actually, now, call it the Caster's Curse, because all of a sudden, flick of the switch, and leaving it just down to Hwin and Kusta by themselves. Hwin does have the operator in hand. Kusta going to be close on by with the Phantom. Finds the one, so Prime getting a little bit too over-aggressive. Kusta needs to get this frag, but no, it will be Hwin, but he actually misses that shot, dashes out of it. A second chance at this, but you can see the players, they're waiting for him. Infiltrator picks up a quad kill, surviving another round. Stem that bleeding a little bit more. 3 rounds from a tie game.
Caster's Curse on the fact of the wall being brought down that we thought was being built there by the likes of Gen G, but massive props to the duelist for Infiltrator. Wicked 4K from him there. It's certain dominance and confidence. He lost that previous one on his Empress, but still pulling through in the round to follow. We spoke of it yesterday, and we'll say it here. The game of comebacks is Valorant right now for VCT 2021 for the NA qualifiers. Hopefully enjoying your time so far. These teams going head-to-head here. Map number 2 of that potential best of 3. And there he is again. Hwin, Sean following up. Hwin, another trade. This is so fast.
All I do is win, and now he's going to finally take him down, but I mean, that's a good way to start things off, defending, of course, and they're putting the pressure on, delivering under that pressure. And Fluid, they're just falling like a deck of cards. And now we're at 1:10 and they're in a clutch situation, 2v3. They still have the spike in possession for them. Omen going to be holding the tight corner. I believe that's going to be GMD. Very tight angle, so he could potentially get this first frag. But they're going to have to spot this, but that's going to be the flash that comes in. And oh, he's still able to make it work somehow. But Prime does get the response back. Orbital Strike available, plenty of time. He does not need to commit to anything yet.
Look at the time, and if he can get this one, if they're off the jiggle peak, he can catch him. Oh, he's just stuck through as well. He's not got the intel for being heaven, though.
Yeah, this is so close, and you can even see Mikkel's creeping on through in the back. Kusta does realize he could be close, and now the spike going to get planted. Prime going to get it down. He could use his orbital strike in this moment. It looks like that's what he wants to do, and he is going to burn it, but it's not going to matter. He burns it a bit too late. Now Gen G have put themselves 7-11.
Orbital strike going to strike them out of that round. Kusta taking that one for Gen G, grabbing that fuse. 11-7 is the score, so that gap starting to get out of the reach of Fluid Gaming if they're not too careful. They are going to have to buy, though. We've talked of economy problems, the debt collector limiting their funds. Still managing with the light armor to grab that up as well. You said it before with Cuz. If he's able to capitalize with the light armor in the up, the more the merrier, but we need to start seeing those frags right now.
Even Hwin. Oh, look at this. Actually gets protected by the dark cover, so takes down the turret.
Take flight.
So won't be spotted, won't take any damage. And now the attackers, they're going to be pushing on through into B. So Kusta going to be in the back of the site. He's going to get spotted by the recon bolt. But now he's going to spam on through, so I believe he's been spotted. Hugging the corner. Mikkel actually lands that Hunter's Fury. He's able to make 2 out of it. Gets the spike down as well. And Sean gets the reply back, and all of a sudden, it was looking so good for Fluid. They were able to get in the site, but it just collapses. No advantage through the chaos at all.
Last player
Like we've got a
standing.
Fluid leak. Only one player left here. It's going to be on Bam. And bam. Just like that. It's a flawless round for Gen G. 13-2, I do believe,
Match
is
point.
the final stand of our previous matchup here. For this one, it's looking pretty bleak for that Econ and for the points as you're seeing there. 12-7 to score. Match point for Gen G. If they were to win this, that will be a game set match for them, taking this best of 3 in just the 2. Fluid Gaming is now or never. Do or die, as they say.
That goes there.
The do or die moment, no pauses will be done. We'll have to see. They still have 2 ults available. We'll see that it is going to be Cuz. Going to be using the Blade Storm. Stim Beacon. Going to be close on by Brimstone to help his teammates, but Cyber Cage going to give their location, so they've heard that there's been multiple people that have been able to push on through, so they're fully aware that many players have now committed to this garage take. You can see the lurk of actually even Infiltrator. He might be able to find this position. This is a good way to start things off, but Sean, he's able to take 2, able to make it 3. The guy is completely popping off, and now it's just down to a 1-on-5 situation, but it won't matter because Gen G are going to be taking this thing 2-0.
No need to run it back there. No need at all. 2-0 done for TSM and for the likes of Gen G, making it happen. And let's look at that combat score there. 349 for Hwin, 25 and 12. Man, putting the big frags on the board all across the game today for TSM and Gen G.
Yeah, a lot of amazing performances. I mean, we saw Sean on the map number 1. He was just completely on his own element and still able to pull on through 21 and 14. And then Hwin actually just topping the scoreboard in this game, 25 and 12. And we even saw map number 1 as well. He was playing Sage, still doing a lot of great things.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, the battle sage doesn't matter if you're the duelist. It's the aim and the plays that count. So 2 sets of best of 3 over and done with. I believe that's it for us, Laz. Have we got any more on the docket today?
No, that's going to be it from us here on the You're Welcome stream. Definitely want to give a big shout out, of course, to Nursery Gamers for allowing us to have some of the games on our broadcast, and really hope everybody did enjoy the games as well. Definitely a great experience for us, of course. And if you guys do enjoy us, please make sure to check out their Twitter as well, as when they will have the voting polls for your favorite duo. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it and like to see us further down the realm here for commentating some more matches.
Yes, indeed. If you've got any feedback, like, hey, enjoyed the cast, hey, love to see a bit more of this, please feel free to get us on Twitter as well, at Cupperfreg for myself there, as you'll see, and at Laz_TV for the stellar gentleman that I am by the side of. For us, though, that was an epic cast. Thank you so much for watching, and just give you a little reminder, this is for the Caster Community Challenge, as Laz did mention, so make sure you get at Twitter for Nursery Gamers, get all the info, make sure you're keeping tabs on what's going. We will see you again very soon. Thanks for watching, and until next time, have a great rest of your night. Cheers.